And welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. Back that up a little bit. How's everyone's Friday? I hope everyone's doing decent. I hope everyone's doing good. And we're going to have a crash out show today. A good crash out show. Watching the downfall of pan-africanism and the white nationalists. Or nationalism. Let me tell y'all something. I have been waiting for this for a very, very long time. A very, very long time. We will start early. Hold on. We will start early. We will talk as always, but we're gonna watch the downfall of white supremacy today. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how important this downfall that we are watching in history, in modern time. In modern time, we are watching downfall of two groups that took over the black community and the white community. That basically turned us against each other. We're seeing them fall right now. I don't know if you're excited like I'm excited, but I'm splendid right now. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm doing like 5 different things. Yeah, I'm doing like 5 different things right now, so supremacy. All right. I'm gonna say this. In this era, we have been watching a lot of people manipulate, destroy, control our culture. From the Democrats to the boulets, the bourgeoisies, just everybody except Black America. Black America is supposed to be the most important thing in this country. But, hold on 1 second. But, just never, we never see it because at the end of the day, we were so, hold on, the truth, white supremacy culture is collapsing, crash outs. Okay, ooh, this is gonna be a good one right here. But we got a lot of videos to watch today. I'm gonna be personally, I'm super excited. I'm super, super excited for this topic. This topic right here, we're watching. Like I said, we're watching the fall, but we're watching the kingdom fall as well. The kingdom of Pan-Africanism, the kingdom of what held the Ku Klux Klan for the last 150 years. We are watching this. But what's so crazy is, and this is just to me, what's the craziest part? Hold on 1 second. The craziest part to me is with white supremacy, it wasn't white Americans that were controlling it. Listen to what I just said. It wasn't white. It wasn't a lot of white people controlling it. We had Arabs, we had Mexicans, we had Cubans. We had these motherfuckers controlling the narrative for the white nationalism. To me, that is one of the most amazing things ever. You don't have to fight your battles, you have other people fight your battles. I read that in 48 Laws of Power. Or, no, The Art of War. I'm sorry, The Art of War. Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu said if you don't have to fight your battles, and you can win that way, excuse me, then it's a victory for you, no matter how you do it. These people didn't have to fight their battles. They had Africans fighting their battles. They had West Indian people fighting their battles. They even had Pan-Africanism fighting their battles. And the Pan-Africanists didn't even know. They didn't know. We're black Americans. We never had anybody fight our battles, really. We had people get on our side, do what they have to do, blah, blah, blah. But when it came down for the get down, we are the greatest people to do it. I'm going to say it again. We are the greatest people to ever do it, to ever walk and talk that shit. Let's personally be honest. Whoever innovated the world the way that black Americans has. Are there people? Absolutely, there are a few. But they're not a lot. They're not a lot. The reason why there isn't any, because we were the only ones that actually really stand on business. Like, we stand on business. We about that shit. We made people understand and recognize what's going on. You know how strong and powerful that is? It's strong. I've been telling I'm not gonna tell you a quick story, but I'm gonna tell you some real shit. The realest shit I ever heard is if you don't live for anything, if you live for anything, you die. If you don't live for something, you'll die for anything. For years, we have been having the Democrats scare us, telling us that, these Republicans are trying to take our rights, knowing in the Constitution they can't. Oh, he's trying to change the Constitution. He can't change the Constitution. He can't. Hold on one second. That's the thing about people. People don't understand. People don't think. We can't change those constitutions. Those constitutions was built for us. Well, for everybody. When I say us, I mean us Americans. We were built for the constitutions. I wanna say something super dope. I was at work today and I see how people work. But me, like I always say, I always observe how people work, how people do things, how people look at other people. And let me tell you something. Hey, what's going on, E Will? Salute, salute. I want to say something. The way how you look at other people, the way how you talk about other people, people will and probably try to use that to their advantage. They will always try to use that to their advantage. And the reason why they would try to use that to their advantage because not everybody's the same. Not everybody's trying to be your friend. Some people are just trying to get through life where, you know what, they end up on top. No matter how people look at it, no matter how people will judge them, this is how people look at things. Is it bad? Is it good? It's not me to answer that question. It's not me. It's not for me to answer that question. This is why pan-africanism failed. Pan-Africanism failed because at the end of the day, they were trying to answer questions that they shouldn't be answering for us. They're not giving us a chance to make decisions on our own. And if a person can't be an adult or a grown person to make an example of their own, you're gonna push them away sooner or later. A motherfucker's gonna be getting tired of hearing like, "Oh, yo, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. You need to give this much amount of money." It's gonna feel like you're at church. Look how the churches are failing right now. Churches are failing because at the end of the day, they asked for so much of money and gave back so little. When a motherfucker said a communion, the communion meant for a community, not for the preacher's pockets. Not for the preacher's pockets. They will never tell you that. These niggas is driving Mercedes, fucking Monte Carlos, McLarens, and their people are driving fucking beat down fucking Hondas. 04 Hondas, 05 Hondas in 2025. Some have to get on a bus. How do you feel like a leader when your own people are getting on the bus? That's why I told y'all yesterday that it's weird. I said if I even come up on even if I'm a multi-millionaire, my journey doesn't stop. My journey just begins. This is when the hard part starts. When you have to make those decisions. When you have to stop thinking about yourself. When you have to lose sleep and have them long days and them long nights. Sometimes you end up almost feeling like you want to end up in tears and cry half the time. But this is what you signed up for. This is what comes with the responsibility of being that type of celebrity. Like, let me ask you a question. I always go kind of biblical because that's how certain people understand certain things. Because Black Americans, we are a spiritual people. When Jesus Christ found out he was a child, he's the son of God. His father is God, Yahweh Shai. Do you think he said like, yo, you know what? I don't have to do anything. I'm already blessed. I got my powers is divine. No, he still had a journey to go. He had to still make decisions. He still had he still had ethics and morals that he still had to go by. That's telling you something. Cause you're blessed don't mean you have to stop doing what you're doing. Cause you got blessings don't mean you have to hold on to it. You still give people the way how you got the blessings. I'm just being personally honest. We have to. What's going on, YouTubian? Salute, long time, man. Haven't seen you in a while. How's Texas? It's just when you have, but when you're blessed, you give the people the tools and the wisdom of the blessings. You don't hold on to those. God didn't give you that for you to do that. He gave you that to spread to the world, to help other people out. It has always been like that. This is why white nationalism's lost. It's been a minute. Yeah, it has, man. It has been a minute. Last week I got hit with a copy strike, so I couldn't even get on. I was gonna make a new account, but I was like, nah, that's gonna be too much. So I just waited. I had to wait. I had to sit down and waited it out. The barbers, packed me out, man, and they hit me with the copy strike. You know. But yeah, this is Dallas is good, man. I like it a lot. Now I see FBA man working now. Yeah, yes, because you know why? The execution is working. The foundational Black Americans execution has been working. When people said that we didn't have power, we showed them that we have power. But the thing is now, and this is just with me, with the old school people, we gotta catch them up. If you're gonna be a boule, you're gonna be a boule. We're gonna pack you out and get you out of here. But if you're an old school person, you're not, boule or nothing like that. You just trying to get through the day. We gotta catch them up with, what this era is. Cause don't forget, they have wisdom too. They have this wisdom. They have this experience of what's going on. And they should, let me tell you something. What's the craziest part is they should have been teaching us this. We shouldn't have to do this after we be like, nah, why is everybody getting tangibles and policies and we're not? We shouldn't have had to do that. They should have been doing this shit in the 80s. But out of all due respect, don't forget that was a drug epidemic. People were going to jail. Kids was raising kids. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. Let me tell you something. One thing I always say that Tariq Nasheed, this is random, but does anyone notice how murders have went way down in these major cities after all these deportations? Yeah. Remember I was saying, once these people start getting deported and people start finding out what's these people's ethnicities, this shit's gonna go down. It's gonna go down because you know why? People ain't people been blaming black people for a lot of things. Now they can't blame us no more. These people who was committing all these crimes, people who were still staying in this country, knowing that they violated somebody, they killed somebody, they shot and got out of jail, they gotta go back to their country. This is what people are saying now. You know, does people deserve second chances? Absolutely, but at the end of the day, sometimes, people don't get second chances. We have to say that sometimes you only get that one chance. You only get that one chance. You got to make, this is why everybody always say, these people are giving you a chance. You better make the best out of that one chance. You don't know if you're going to get that chance. Baltimore murders are way down. It's surprising. Yeah. It's surprising me too, E-Will. You know? It's surprising me. But the thing about it, and I always tell these people all the time, these white nationalists, they're trying to make something little out of something big. Trying to say, oh yeah, these people are robbing, the people in D.C. No, they're not. No, they're not. We heard about the stories. We heard about, and we know, and the thing about it, why are we acting like these stories aren't shaky? Like, why we could, and let me tell you something, I blame journalists for this. If you're a fucking journalist, you should be investigating this shit, seeing if this shit is true or not true. Don't believe because the government said the shit, oh yeah, they're robbing people 2 blocks away from the White House. Nah, nigga, investigate that shit. This is where journalism comes in. All of a sudden, this Epstein thing is coming out. The U.S. summit is coming out. They got a robbery problem. This is crazy. They ain't trying to hear that, But at the end of the day, they have to hear it. They gotta hear us out. Talk about everybody gotta be in the house at a certain time. Are you fucking serious? Motherfuckers is adults here. Niggas is giving people curfews. This is how you know these people are sick. This is how you know these. And you know what? Shout out to Barbecue, the guy in Haiti, who's fighting for his freedom. I call him a freedom fighter. He knew his government. Let me tell you something. He is no different than the Boston Tea Party. What he's doing is no different than the Boston Tea Party. I'm gonna be personally honest. When them niggas let me tell you something. When them niggas in Boston didn't want to pay those taxes, they threw all that fucking tea in the ocean and told British that they're not paying for shit. They ain't giving them shit. What the fuck? These Haitian people are doing the same thing. They're revolting. And I'm going to say this. All y'all foreigners, y'all got to watch y'all country. You see what y'all country is doing? They're revolting. They're fighting back. Y'all should have been doing that. Y'all should have never had to run over here. Y'all should have been doing that. Everybody's doing that now. We're the only, let me tell you something. Black America right now in this world is the only ones really just sitting back and watching. Watching everybody destroy each other. Destroy themselves. Destroy their brother and sister. Destroy their country, their lineage, their roots. We're the only one that's fighting for our legacy. This is where pan-africanism fucked up at. They promised something that they knew that they couldn't give us. They knew they couldn't give us this. They knew they couldn't give us solidarity. They knew that it's gonna be, it's gonna be impossible. Are you crazy? Can't read or don't read current events. Pan Africanism's one. African, Africa, Afronet and Africoin is sweeping the world. Your boy Clarence Thomas. Uh, yeah, that's cool and everything, but remember what I told you. The way how Africans are, that nigga's gonna get his that nigga's gonna get his wig pushed back because of y'all, because of Pan Africanism, because of Africa, because of this tribalism. I don't have faith in it. We have seen it dozens of times. We seen it with the Gaddafis. We seen it with the Patrice. We seen it with the Egyptian president when he crashed out and told the truth about Israel. They popped that nigga's top off for saying that shit. One thing I learned about Africa, they don't stay on business. Y'all don't stand on business. This man right now is standing on business, and all y'all niggas is doing is just saluting him. Shabaka, if you care about Africa that much, why aren't you over there fighting with him? Aren't you over there building with him? Like, let's personally be honest. You're not over there with him. You're not over there fighting that good fight with him. I'm just being personally honest. This man is going out the country to get help, to get, backup. And there's like 3 billion of y'all people there. Why the hell he has to go out the country to get help? Shabaka, sometimes, like, I get you. I get what you're trying to do and help Pan-Africanism, but the shit is dead. It's shattered dreams. It's broken. We've been trying it for 80 years and nothing, we didn't achieve anything. What did we achieve from Pan-Africanism? What did we achieve from Pan-Africanism? Not culture. We already have culture. Why would we lose our culture to develop fucking African cultures that Africans don't even accept themselves? You have no understanding of Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is what fucked France out of Africa. You know nothing about Pan-Africanism. I'm over here educating and organizing. Is that supposed to say organizing? I think it's supposed to say organizing. Organizing African freedom fighters. You're trying to organize that, but what are you doing in America? This is the shit I'm talking about. You're in America right now. You're not organizing anything. The only thing you're worried about is fucking Africa. What about your brothers and sisters that have been dying and getting slaughtered in Africa for over, in the United States for over 400 to 500 years? Why the fuck you worried about fucking Africans? There's 3 billion of them over there that should be helping each other. This is why Pan-Africanism would never work with the black community in America. Because y'all care about Africa so much. Yo, what's going on, V for Vengeance? Salute, salute. Yeah, man. We gotta talk about it. We're talking and we're watching the downfall, man. We're watching this downfall. White nationalism is falling. Fucking yo, these motherfuckers is turning on each other. Pan Africanism is turning on each other. Pan Africanism is turning on each other. Dr. Umar is a Pan Africanist. How many Pan Africanists is helping him? Or they gonna watch this motherfucker go to jail? They're gonna watch him go to jail and act like he didn't do anything for Pan Africanism. We have 3 liberated zones in Africa. We now control gold and uranium. You don't control shit. Them French will come over there and bomb that whole fucking country, man. And y'all can't do shit about that. You know? Y'all out here selling people. Y'all out here selling y'all own kind of fucking Dubai. In Saudi Arabia. Why the fuck would I want to trust your people? I'm just being personally honest. Africans told me. That's how I know. You know? You're not trying to educate me on anything, Shabaka, either. Let me tell you something, Shabaka. I gave you the chance to come up here and do your little education. Tell people, explain to us what Pan-Africanism is. Give us the good details of Pan-Africanism. Tell us what you're trying to do. Promote yourself. You didn't even want to do it. You stalled out on us. It's wicked, man. I'm going to say that's very wicked of you. You and Kwame. I gave y'all the chance to come up here and explain what Pan-Africanism is. Promote what y'all trying to promote to us. You might have even had a few people that actually agreed with the Pan-Africanism. I even told you that, like, yo, I won't argue or anything with you. We want to learn what you're trying to promote. We're trying to learn about Pan-Africanism. You couldn't do it, man. I'm just being personally honest with you, Shabaka. But he's a Pan-Africanist. That's still your brother. Let me tell you something, all right? The French cannot beat us. We just 90,000 defense force. You did not see me. You did not send me. I told you the link is in the description. All you have to do is email me it, and I'll give you the number. I told you that. I have told you that millions of times. I said that 4 times yesterday. The email's in the description. I am a Rosalind@gmail.com. Email me. Same Day Parlay did it. Kwame did it. V for Vengeance did it. What's different from you? People were even cheering you on, saying that, yo, we want to hear from Shabaka. We want to hear from Kwame. People, and the thing about it, I like that. Even though that people have a tough time listening to you because all the bullshit that you say about Black Americans, we still wanted to hear from you. But you stalled out on this. I'm just being personally honest, Shabaka. This is why this will never work. I might give you a little pushback, but not a whole bunch like we do on here. Ask Shabako what he thinks about the Professor James Small. Yeah, Shabaka. What you think about Professor Smalls? He's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. Professor Smalls is one of my favorites. He is very educated. He even says that he's a pan-Africanist. But he understands the FBA. Do you know about James Small, Shabaka? I know you're an OG dude. You're an older cat, but I'm just asking, do you know about? If you don't, it's not a big deal. You know? I will always say it's never a big deal because at the end of the day, we're here to learn. If I have some education or if I have some wisdom that I can give, I'll give. If you have some wisdom and you want to share it, definitely, I thought I'll give you the jack so you can call. And we can all listen. James Small says some interesting things about Africans. I think if you think of what I'm thinking, was it when he was with Sonetta? If it was with Sonetta, I think I know what you're talking about. Other than that, I don't think I know. You know, like on some real, I was gonna go to Boston today because SmackDown's in Boston today, and some of my alumni is there. Yeah, I heard it then. Yeah, you did. Shabaka, look under the description. Look under the description. Look under the description of the what you're watching. You will see it. I am a Rosalind at gmail.com, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, yes, Vision. Yeah, I heard it. It's very interesting, man, you know? Because you got to look at it now because some of these Pan Africanists, they're turning on Africa. Some of them are turning on Africa and saying that, yo, Africa got to get their shit together. You know, Africa really has to get their shit together. You know, and like we can't keep on holding people. We can't keep on, having people's backs and they just shit on us. We can't keep on getting shitted on because at the end of the day, they're not gonna learn that they can't do that shit to us. You know, everybody want us to do this John Lewis shit, get beat the fuck up in dignity. How the fuck you get morally beat the fuck up? It's crazy, and this is why I say, like, yeah, this is why I always tell people all the time. I was like, yo, we gotta watch these people. We gotta watch Pan Africanism. You gotta look at it. Every time that we put something out just for Black America, they always deny us. The Black Caucus, from the Black Caucus to the Boulets to the Freemasons to the Pan Africanism. Everybody can have everything for their people, but when it comes to us, we can't have anything. We can't have anything. And it's crazy because, to me, it's crazy because, what's going on, Jeff? Salute. To me, it's Professor Smalls knows FBA by Tariq is a scammer. Pan Africanism has just begun in taking a revolutionary leap, but you act like you're stupid. You don't read what's that? What leap have they taken? They haven't taken no leap. Everybody's giving Pan African movement a pushback. It's like, when is enough enough, Shabaka? Tariq made a good point. We fight for these guys, but when the government does stuff like that, like what they are doing in DC, no one is be found to be found on our side. Facts. Only time they want to be on our side is when it's profitable. We gotta throw that up there. When it's profitable. If it's not profitable, they're not coming. They're not showing up. They're not sticking by our side. There's nobody there. And we gotta DIY it. We're always DIYing stuff. And if you know what DIY is, do it yourself. We're always doing our shit, doing the shit ourselves. But when these Latinos is getting beat up, these Asians being beat up, even with the Asian hate shit, when that shit popped up, you had black people saying like, yo, this shit is wrong. And you had people, you had the OGs really saying like, yo, where is all this, Captain Planet shit when shit happens to us? When the first black church got shot up, where was all these fucking people? Where was all these people? They're not even in Africa building it up. Facts. This motherfucker Shabaka talking about, oh yo, we're building a task force and shit like that. Nigga, where was you when you was over here, Shabaka? When you was over here in America, when you're here in America, where's your task force in America? All this shit that you're doing for Africa, where's your task force in America for your black brothers and sisters? Or you gonna be on that Marcus Garvey bullshit, buying boats? Talk about, oh yo, we got the biggest boat ever, and when you see that, it's some rinky-dink fucking boat. Are you on that shit? Nothing but talking. Oh, Turk is doing nothing but talking. Division, pan-africanism is uniting Africans in America, Europe. No, you're not. You know what? I'm going to say this. Black America right now is more divided than, and I think, did you see Dr. Umar's school? No, I didn't see his school. I heard that they're foreclosing that motherfucker. Yeah, they foreclosing that school. They selling the school. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, he's done. I think he's gonna go to jail personally. He paint like one building. I'm curious what the inside looks like. Oh yeah, me too, Jeff. Probably like shit. I'm gonna be personally honest. But Dr. Umar could have been got that school on and popping. He wasn't trying to. He was spending the money. Like, we gotta be honest about that. He was spending the money. You know, tricking off the money and doing all this other stuff with the money, and he wasn't putting it towards the school. This is why I think he's gonna go to jail. You know? And like, this is what I'm talking about. Where's the Pan-Africanist? Where's the Pan-African movement? Even though the nigga's a scammer, he's still a Pan-Africanist. He still was putting on for Africa. He was still putting on for Africa and black people and Afro-Latinas. And everybody in the black diaspora, Caribbeans. And all y'all turned on him. The Pan-African movement turned on him. This is why I said this. Do you think we really need to go to Pan-African movement to get turned on again? I work with the All African People Revolutionary party, the African Socialist Party, and other organizations that are working towards something. Pan Africans build nations, not schools. What nation have they built? You know I was gonna ask you that. What nations that they have built? I just want to know now because I am very curious. Shabaka, this is why I say Shabaka. Look under the description, man. The description is fuck Shabaka. Why are you making this shit so hard? Shabaka, email. Put your email in the live chat. Jesus Christ. Y'all see this? You see the bullshit I have to go through with this motherfucker? Like he's making shit so hard that it's not supposed to be this hard, you know? Put it in the live chat and I'm gonna send it so you can explain what you are doing with the Pan-Africanists. We might even salute you. Like, I'm not trying to shit on what you're doing. I'm just trying to... We're trying to figure out what you're trying to say and do with Pan-Africans. Because the shit is a downfall. We seeing them crumble like fucking France. Like Napoleon right now. I'm just being personally honest. And you know what? I'm going to say this. Salute to Pan-African people who are trying to do something. It's just... It's out of date. It's not tapped in with the black community. The black community is so far where we don't unite with scammers. At the end of the day, they're still black, Shabaka. You gonna shit on him and he's your black brother? Your black brethren? We don't unite with scammers. That's why Mali, Niger. But those are shithole countries, though. I'm gonna be personally honest. Only person who is probably trying to do something is who is it? Burkina Faso, whatever that joint is. They've been trying to do something, and Guinea's all right. Mali hasn't been the same since Mansa Musa. So I'm a person to be honest. They haven't been the same since Mansa Musa. Well, when Mansa Musa was tricking off all around fucking Africa, that dude spent like $20 trillion tricking off. What's going on, Randall? Salute. Yeah, he was tricking off in fucking all in Egypt, giving people gold nuggets and stuff. Yo, it was crazy. I swear to God, yo, Mansa Musa had some T-Pain in him or something. Shout out to Mansa Musa and Marley, but yeah, man, y'all, he was tricking off. He tricked off the whole fucking government money. He did what was it Prince? Was it King Louis the Third did? They killed his ass for that. I think it's France. He was France, yeah. They cut that motherfucker's head off. Yeah. King Louis, yeah. They cut his head off and exiled his wife. So yeah, they wasn't fucking around with him. He spent all their money. Oh yeah, would I read that out of I think it was Mastery. This book right there. Yeah, he was tricking off the fucking money and you know all the Egyptian fucking girls dancing. You know, back in those days they were black. You know, so yeah. Shit happens, man, you know. I didn't see that shit coming, but yeah, it was tricking off the money and everything. That's why I said shout out to Mansa Musa. He did his thing, man. He did his tricking thing, man. Let him trick off the fucking money. He worked hard for it, you know? So he didn't do what King Louis did. He inherited the money and spent the whole fucking government's money. Salute DJ X1, man. How's your Friday, man? Pan-Africanism grows and develops. Shabaka, I said put your email in the live chat. This is good that you're telling me this, but we need to hear you say this. I'm trying to put you, I'm putting you on game. I'm letting you promote yourself. I'm being personally honest. And I'll donate to your movement, even though I don't support it. I'll donate to your movement because it's you. You are the friend of the Bronze Reaper podcast, or you're a long, watcher of the Bronze Reaper podcast. I will donate to you. It's just, like I said, you gotta let me know, man. Like, we gotta know what we listening to, what we watching, Why is Jerry Jones? Why is he quiet? Yeah, man. But like I said, Shabaka, you're not the only one having that downfall. Like I said, white supremacy, the white nationalists. These people are fighting over. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna tell you all the stuff that I see. What's wrong with Pan-African movement and with the white nationalists? With the white nationalists, people are fighting over spots. Because you gotta understand, there is not that many spots for white nationalism. You got Nick Fuentes, you got Jason Whitlock, you had Myron Gaines, you had Charlie Kirk. Like, these are all fucking losers and rejects. Like I told y'all yesterday, Charlie Kirk got the most perfect, ugliest teeth ever. Like, nigga, have you seen it? The nigga got Beavis and Butthead teeth. Like, his shit is all fucked up. I don't know who I was telling that to yesterday. I was like, yeah, the nigga got fucked up teeth, man. The nigga needs to get... And the thing about it, he got no chipped teeth. He got no like overbites or anything, but the nigga needs to get veneers. He needs to pull out all his teeth out his mouth and get veneers. A war is not won overnight. Bob Marley, still pausing. Many other Africans are still working a lot of continue. The struggle continues. What is FBA doing? Y'all doing nothing. No, you gotta understand. We're in the go. You gotta understand now. We're fighting in politics now. We're in the politics right now. We're on the streets right now. We're on the media game right now. We got people playing parts. You got me and Tariq Nasheed doing the media. You got me in the task force of the reparations. You got other people doing the policies and stuff, trying to get tangibles. What's her name? Sutton King, the lady out of Chicago. You got people in Chicago hitting the city hall hard, trying to get packing all these people out. We got people in Texas right now. What's the lady? She's the governor passing out subpoenas. Salute to Texas. All of them are closet homosexuals. It's really quite a concept. E Will's throwing shots. Salute to E Will. But yo, you might not think we're doing something, but we're on the front lines. This is what we should have been doing, and I'm going to be personally honest. We should have been doing this like 20, 30 years ago. I'm just being personally honest. It's just we wasn't savvy. We was, like I said, we was doing the Pan-African movement. And like I said, the first person, and I'm going to say this, the first person I ever heard say, if they don't got no tangibles or no policies, hold your vote hostage. You know who said that? A Pan-Africanist. The guy who you call Dr. Umar Infamafute, whatever the motherfucker's last name is. I just said Umar Johnson. But yeah, he was the one who said, yo, hold your vote hostage if they ain't got nothing for you. What is the ideology of subjectives and goals of the FBA? I haven't seen FBA do shit. Donald Trump is arresting and putting blacks in jails in major cities. No, that's not true, Shabaka. You shouldn't lie like that. He's putting immigrants in jail. Yes. He's putting immigrants in jail, yeah. And Africanism is started in the 1900s by the FBA brother W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois. He was our brother, but he was a Haitian. He was born in Massachusetts, but he was a Haitian though. He had Haitian lineage. There's nothing wrong with that, but I still consider him a brother. Like I got his book. Where's this book at? I threw the shit on the floor too. Is it this book? Cause I'm a big fan of W.E.B. Du Bois. It's just I knew, but some of his ideology was against us. It's weird because he helps us, then he kind of hurts us at the same time. It was just some of the shit that he did, man. It was a mind fucked when I read his shit. That's why I stopped reading his stuff. But I had a W.E.B. Du Bois book around here. It was real good too. It was a good book. Um, oh yeah, the Willie Lynch thing. I found it. What we were talking about yesterday. It's this right here. So this is how they were controlling Jamaica with this ideology, with this book right here. It's crazy. Yes. You know, it's hard to compare African pan-Africanism and back then and now. Back then, it really meant something. I feel like it was all a trick by Africans just to get over here. Facts. I believe that too, E. Will. I do believe like I felt like I would cause real talk, I had the red, black, and green flag and shit. I was putting that all around my house and stuff. That's what I thought. I thought technically that was Black America and like I said, solidarity for Africa. But you never will see that in an African house. I'm just being personally honest. And the shit that they have in Jamaica, the red, yellow, and green, they did that shit for Rastafari. You know. Like that's why I always tell people all the time, like, yo, I fuck with reggae people. I mean, I fuck with reggae music and Jamaicans heavy, but it's just you gotta understand. People get sick and tired of these people not defending us. These people always talking shit about us. These people having the worst to say about us. Like, what is the truth? Like, yo, y'all can't. It's so crazy that Pan Africanists they don't accept. And I have to say this: Pan African people, Pan African movement do not accept. They don't accept how we move now. We're moving for Black America, but they gotta understand there was nobody defending Black America. There wasn't Africans defending us. It wasn't Jamaicans defending us. They were only defending us because you know what? It was beneficial to them. It was profitable. It's profitable to it was profitable to be in those black American circles. Look at the HBCU schools. Look at the Freemasons. Look at the Boulets, the Skull and Bones. These sororities, these fraternities, these black gatekeepers, our music, our culture, our heritage. All of a sudden now they're trying to take it from us. Look at the newest thing they do. They're trying to do. They're trying to take our spending power. Let's watch the first movie. Let's watch. I said movie. Jesus Christ. Let's watch the first video. Tariq Nasheed. The truth about Pan Africanism.
Democracy News, subscribe to now. So, Rakim, you've been a long-time contributor to Democracy.
Give me a second. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. I'm proving. This is everybody. When we have Shabaka on the show, never get mad at him. Look at what he says, and this is how they feel about us. This isn't the first time we had a Pan-African come up here and say what Shabaka is saying. Does this make us really want to help Pan-Africanism? Just listen to what he said. Just say like, yo, we ain't fucking with you. We ain't helping you. Hold your own nuts. Back then, they were really trying to build something. Now it's just something weird. Yes, it is, E-Will. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Look at what these people look at our leaders back in the past were saying about Africa. They're saying that they were fucking savages over there. So we can't act like, oh, these people are not saying this.
Let's get Kamal in the building.
Hello, can you hear me?
What's up, Kamal? I can hear you, sir.
Not much. Sitting here at work right now. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. What's on your mind today?
So, I just wanted to ask you, because of these wildfires, there's a lot of conspiracies going on. Allegedly, they were started not by a couple of cans of gasoline and matches. They were allegedly started by high energy weapons. What do you think about that? And I'm not about
Thank
black.
you. But there's been different conspiracies, and I talked about that weeks ago. There were some people who actually set fires. Some was by natural occurrences. So, it's still up in the air. It's still up in the air. Let's get original blood in here. Original blood in the building. Original blood, what's up, brother? Hop on in. Original blood ain't saying nothing. Y'all raise your hands if you're ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Tariq. I didn't know I had hit the button.
There it is. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, not a whole lot, man. Just listening to people. And I have to tell you, man, that your name came up on the local radio station out here today.
What city?
Atlanta.
Okay. What are they saying?
Oh, they said they were saying that you were divisive and all this other stuff. Then this individual called in and told them how these black immigrants started this whole process, and they're salty because they can't compete with us. And he shut them down. And that individual was me. It was me. I told him how a relative of mine, he was working in solar technologies. He was the head supervisor, and he had some black immigrants working under him, and so he saw how they was treating the black Americans, and he put a stop to it. And so they decided to go after him and try to get him fired. And an investigation ensued, and after the investigation, what they said was, well, What we found, they said he has worked with us for X number of years. We've never had an issue with him supervising anyone or working with anyone. And they said, but what we did find is that he was treating Black Americans as if they wasn't even human. And they told him, said, well, you know, and see, he would allocate the research to be conducted, right? They would try to go in and change the numbers and do it how they felt it should be done. He the supervisor, head supervisor, and so he.
Oh yeah, I want to tell everybody like and subscribe and comment. Hit those likes buttons so we can get the algorithm, feeling this, and keep on hitting. Oh yeah, please share. I'll repeat this over and over. Every hour, every half an hour, just so we can know. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Um, they told him, they said, well, what we did find is that you have a problem with Black Americans, and they said if you can't work with him and take instruction from him, find you somewhere else to work. See, these Black immigrants, they are losing. And very, I'll have to. I got that. I did save the link to that show. I haven't had a chance to go back in, but it was just. What? I think it was radio station. What? 1380 WALK. Okay. Who was the host? It was what's her name? Wanderlin. I think it's Wanderlin. Okay. Yes. Are they? And what are they? I'm not. I think she's FBA. I'm not sure. Okay, because Atlanta got a lot of Democrat shields working in radio down there. So. Oh, you already know. So you already know. So you already on point. Yes, indeed. Yeah, you are. Yeah, but what? A lot of these Pan Africans, what they're doing is they only want to hear the side. They're taking the side of these Black immigrants against us. Right. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing is that so anytime, and like I told them, I said, I have listened to Tariq Nasheed's platform before. Now, when I've listened, he can be talking about stuff specifically for Black Americans, but they will call in with their hate, their vehement anti-Black American hate, try to disrupt the whole platform. But when I did that, and my cousin told me also, Tyree, he said this one guy, check this out, he was Jamaican.
Give me a
So
second.
this guy comes into work one day, he was at work for an hour. So somebody noticed him over in the break room just sitting there doing nothing. But they're supposed to have this great work ethic, right? Mm. He was Jamaican. So this guy comes into work one day, he was at work for an hour. So somebody noticed him over in the break room just sitting there doing nothing. But they're supposed to have this great work ethic, right? He ain't right. He ain't right.
Sorry,
he
everyone.
ain't right.
I was just checking something.
These are the things that they try to do to undermine us, to get us fired. Yeah. So that the people will come after us and not them. But I just want to share that with you, man, because good looking out on that. But let me land your plane on that because we got to touch on that with these people.
My man was talking
Pan-Africanism. And we've been having this discussion. These Pan-Africanists always trying to blame me for their Pan-Africanism not working, which is a cop-out. They're always blaming me. Every time people are talking about their Pan-Africanist stuff, the conversation pops on to me. Well, Tariq, all that FBA stuff, Tariq is so divisive. Tariq Nasheed is not stopping none of you from going over to Africa and building your version of Wakanda. I am not stopping none of you. Family, the Pan-African thing, man, it's on its deathbed. And we got to be very real, because that's my thing. I'm all about honesty. I think like a military general, man. That's what my mindset is on. I ain't trying to be sentimental on nothing. I ain't trying to be emotional. I think strategically. Everything I do is all about strategy. Does the shit work or does it not work? If it's working, okay, let's push forward and do more of it.
The Jamaican madman is in the live chat right now. He's in the live chat right now. He ran yesterday. Kwame, you ran yesterday. Peace to the host in the chat. Salute, Ohio. Salute. Kwame, what happened yesterday? You ran. You ran from the truth. What's going on, man? If you wasn't here yesterday, Kwame ran from the truth about Jamaica. I was explaining that his history with slavery. Let me just say, I didn't run, bro. I'm in Manhattan having a time. Nah, he ran. He ran. He ran. We was explaining to him that they had buck breaking in Jamaica. He wasn't trying to hear that. No, we don't do that in Jamaica. You know, the Maroons helped us. The Maroons. He had to figure out that the Maroons sold him out, sold his people out. Oh, now they never existed in Jamaica. Buck breaking. Oh, you said buck breaking? Oh, okay. Kwame, we showed you the video. We showed you the facts yesterday. He's pissed right now. Yeah, they was having those white supremacists was having the time of their life with your ancestors' asshole, man. I gotta be personally honest, man. Them motherfuckers was like, yo, the slave master will run it, will buck break one of these Jamaicans, and after that call his friends to buck break him. He's changing up his story now? Yeah, he is. He is. I never denied the slave got you. You told them they help y'all get out of slavery. What are you talking about? Yeah, you are switching it up now. You're switching it up now, Kwame. You know everybody seen that shit, right? Yeah. Niggas seen that shit yesterday, man. I gotta be personally honest, Kwame. You ain't looking too good, revenue.
If some shit ain't working, leave it alone and let it go. Let's go to another direction. Because the dominant society, they like us doing shit that don't work so that we get like a little symbolic thrill. That's why they love bringing up marches in Selma and all of that.
Facts.
Yeah, they don't tell you the balance of the marches. See, they do these symbolic marches every year. The Democrats do that. They go take a photo op on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Hey, vote, because this is a tradition. We're fighting for justice and civil rights. And a bunch of black folks got beat up here 70 years ago. Now, they don't tell you the flip side of what happened during the civil rights movement. Yeah, you had one group, the A side, who was in front of the cameras in the media.
If y'all watching the live chat, this nigga Kwame's nigga explaining right now. So he's nigga explaining like a motherfucker right now. Yo, them niggas sold you out, Kwame. That's your culture, man. This is why I say y'all niggas is tribalistic. The Jamaican Maroons sold you out. Remember all those bigging up the Maroons and doing this and that? And you just found out that these motherfuckers sold you out to the Frenchie. These niggas explaining right now. Look at them. How can things change if you telling them to stay on the I told you he was a Democrat shield. I told y'all niggas that. Look at him. He's defending them Democrats right now. Look at him. Oh shit. Yo, now he want to talk about Tariq Nasheed. We talk about Jamaica. This is what we talking about, everybody. He's nigga explaining right now. He's on that Jesus Christ, Kwame. Yo. You should be happy that Tariq Nasheed is a little bit nice for you. He said, I'm a Republican shield. You
showing
think so?
dignity in oppression. But then you had the
I don't
B
even like
side,
those
the grassroots
motherfuckers
in the streets
personally.
that had the Molotov cocktails and they were on the roof sniping. You understand? So they really minimized the B side, which was the real heartbeat of the movement. But family, just this whole Pan-African thing, we got to be very honest. I saw some documents earlier. One of our Twitter followers, he posted a document from 1961, I think, like some CIA document, and it showed how the CIA they've been funding the Pan-Africanist groups and the Pan-African movement.
Yo, Kwame. So you was getting funded by the CIA. Yo, Kwame. You're fine, yo. Pan African isn't looking good. Jamaica's not looking good. Remember what I showed you yesterday, Kwame? There was an LGBTQIA movement in Jamaica. Yeah. Yo. I told you that yesterday. I told you yesterday that they had an LGBTQIA movement in Jamaica. You talk about all this Bati man shit and this Chi man and all that other cool shit that you be talking about. We're finding about Jamaica, man. We're finding about the history of Jamaica. We're finding about Pan-Africanism being funded. Let me ask you a question, and this is to everybody. Y'all can throw whatever y'all want in the live chat, but do you think the CIA stopped funding Pan-Africanism? This is why they're having this downfall? That's something to think about. And we might do a topic question on that tomorrow. Your downfall is because, the CIA probably stopped funding you. Could be true. We don't know.
Heavily. Because even in their CIA documents, they looked at Pan-Africanism as not really a threat.
Me too.
They didn't think Pan-Africanism was a threat. Why do y'all think they always promote it? The dominant society promotes that all the time. You dig? And a lot of Pan-Africanists were CIA operatives and FBI operatives. And they are today. Truth be told, we've been saying that for years. A lot of these Pan-African cats who are really hardcore talking about Pan-Africanism, many of them are ops. Many of them are informants. And there's a reason why people who promote Pan-Africanism, they're not looked at as a threat, but those of us who promote our foundational Black American lineage, that's looked at as a major threat. Notice, look how people are shaking and trembling now that we've acknowledged heavily our lineage on this land. Look how everybody is freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the sock puppet accounts that the feds have to pay for, where people are online denigrating our lineage all day, trying to tell us what we're not. Just every single day, all day. And family, there's a reason why they promote Pan-Africanism, the dominant society, over our lineage here. Right. Because you know what, Pan-Africanism, that lacks a tangible political base in the United States. That's number one. See, the Pan-African movement, that encourages Black people to focus on Africa rather than organizing politically for resources here. And look, most African nations...
I just asked Shabaka the same thing. Shabaka, you see how these things, these conversations, these videos help? Because I just asked you the same thing, Shabaka. You're worried about Africa and all these people in Africa, that you're not even worried about these people over here in America where you are. You're worried about building another country, knowing that you don't have no citizenship over there, knowing that if you go over there, they can send you back here whenever they want after you help them build that country. Knowing that you can't own anything in Africa. You can't own anything in Africa. They have laws saying that you can't own anything in Africa if you're not from the lineage. I'm just being personally honest.
Do not have the power or infrastructure to assist foundational Black Americans in achieving any tangible political goals. They don't even have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of over there. So Pan-Africanism, that scene is looked at as an ideological movement rather than an actual power.
And I'm going to tell you something about that red dress and what I observed. We focused on those people on those red dresses. We focused on seeing black people there, not knowing that there was a whole bunch of white people there. There was a whole bunch of white people in dresses there. They focused and made it seem like, oh yeah, it was a black event. You got to be careful with that type of stuff. Like how Shabaka is pushing false information. You know? White people promote Pan-Africanism. Yeah, they do. White people do promote Pan-Africanism. Told you he was going to go to Tariq Nasheed, 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, thanks, Kwame.
It's basically sentimental, symbolic nothing burgers. Let's just be real. There's never nothing tangible with it. It's always one day. Hey, man, what's up with this Pan-Africanism? What y'all got going on? Well, one day, nigga, we're going to have Akon CD, we're going to have Shea Butterland, and we're going to have Bushmeatville, and just all this bullshit, and it's just never there. It's a bunch of mythical and improbable goals. Let's be real.
God.
A lot of Pan-African ideologies, they revolve around concepts like repatriating to Africa and forming a global black nation state.
Kwame
which is, let's be real, it's unrealistic due to geopolitical, economic, and cultural barriers, family. And many of the intelligence agencies like the CIA and FBI, they recognize that these ideas don't represent a real world challenge to American power. They know those nations over there are so damn divided and tribal. They don't have anything going on over there outside of their damn villages. They know that.
Facts.
You understand? So that's why they promote it. They're like, oh yeah, talk that African shit. Oh yeah, talk it all day. They know the minute we go over there, we're going to get scammed, which is what happens. The minute we go over there and try to set up something, we start getting scammed left and damn right. And the CIA and the FBI, they've infiltrated so many Pan-African movements since the 60s. You know, they've been placing operatives in these movements. There's so many documents showing that a lot of these Pan-African groups going all the way back to the 60s were controlled oppositions, man. They were controlled opposition left and right. And when they infiltrate these movements, that will ensure that the movement, it's performative rather than really revolutionary. There's a reason, family, they've been talking this Pan-Africanism shit since the 1920s, and there's nothing popping over there in Africa that we are building together.
Facts.
You dig? If it was going to happen, it would have happened. You dig? It's a cool ideology, but it's just not practical.
Everybody like and subscribe and comment. And also, can you share? And when you hit the like button, it helps with the algorithm. And also, if you want to send in a donation, I will be putting it in the live chat now. But it helps us with more platforms and other shows that we can do and stuff. So definitely, if you can donate, it'll be good. It'll be amazing, actually.
And a lot of these intelligence agencies and political entities, see, they often encourage Pan-Africanism in the form of cultural festivals and non-threatening academic discussions and economic power partnerships with nations that serve U.S. interests, So basically, they'll sit here and have us prop up Africa, and then they'll send U.S. aid to some of these puppet leaders over there, and the people over there don't get the money. You know what I'm saying? This is what that U.S. aid stuff is exposing. You see, we sit up here and justify them sending money to these corrupt leaders. We don't get none of the money. The people over there on the ground don't get none of the money. But we sit up here promoting this pan-African ideology while it's being funded with.
Kwame, Ghana don't even like Nigerians. Why would you think they would like black Americans? Liberia was a scamming country. We don't want Liberia. This is our country, Kwame. We're not gonna run like your ancestors did. And I gotta be personally honest about that. Your ancestors ran. Then your other ancestors sold you out. Sold your brothers and sisters out. So we don't want to be nothing like y'all. We don't want to be that type of tribalistic type of people. And like I said, remember when I was telling you, Shabaka and Kwame, I was like, I gotta give it up to Benin because at the end of the day, they fought to the last. They destroyed their fucking their country. They fought actually. Most of those people in Benin did not run. Ghana ran, Senegal ran, Nigeria ran, Egypt ran, South Africa ran. And I'm not saying all of those people stayed in Benin, but not a lot of them left that country. This is why I always say I give it up to Benin. Shabaka thinks it's because, your parents had the DNA of fucking Benin. Nigga, if I take the test, it might say something else. It might say I'm from fucking China. I don't believe in those DNA test stuff. But I do, like I said, I do study on Africa. I do study the history of Africa and why they are the way that they are. They are tribalistic is because this is all that they are known. This is all they know. They know about the scam, and they know, like, yo, if I don't scam, I don't eat. It's not like America, like, damn, if I don't work, I can't eat. No, you could go to a homeless shelter. You got the food fucking trucks and stuff. You have people helping you out in America. Africa's not like that. This is why we have to treat them different. Your ancestors never fought anyone. Nah. I'm gonna say this, Kwame. My country was in a stable of fucking, my country we did not have to send people to our to America to be buck broke. I will say that. That's what they made for your country. Your country was a freak fest back in the 1600s. Let's personally be honest, Kwame. If we really want to disrespect black people, we could talk about Jamaica. Like how those white men was running the train on your ancestors and on your forefathers. They were running the train on that butthole. We could talk about that. We could talk about how your Jamaican Maroons sold y'all out so they could have their own land and left y'all in slavery. Instead of picking cotton, you was picking was it the sugar cane. We could talk about how y'all didn't fight. We could talk about how y'all got y'all independence in the 1960s. I could keep on going on. Do we really want to go down this route? You could talk about the dogs and niggas are spitting on us, but we didn't get our buttholes. We didn't have our buttholes having a train ran on by a whole bunch of white men. This is why y'all don't like the LGBTQIA community, even though y'all have an organization of the LGBTQIA in Jamaica. Don't forget about your boy Lawrence Chang. You could talk about that gay dude who started the LGBT that was black, who was a cross-dresser in America. But we could talk about your blueprint for the LGBTQIA in the 60s and the 70s in Jamaica. That was in New York Times. Let's not go down that road, Kwame.
Corrupt intentions. And also, another reason why the dominant society promotes this Pan-African thing, because there's a lack of lineage-based claims for reparations. You see? Notice, family, when we start talking about reparations...
Shabaka, you know niggas was fighting in America. Niggas was fighting in America. That's how we got our freedom. Niggas was dying. They sent us to a different country. They sent us the right the fuck back. We had blood on our hands. Not just any type of blood. We had white supremacy blood on our hands. Let's get that shit correct.
Notice these Pan-African organizations that's supposed to be about reparations, but they're controlled oppositions. They're controlled opposition. The minute we start talking about reparations, you get the N-Cobras and all of these groups that's been around forever talking about, man, we don't need no money. And also, all black people need to get some reparations, and part of the reparations is repatriating back to the motherland. Remember they be saying all that weirdo shit? And we're like, what the hell?
I'm going to try not to, DJ
They
X1.
know that's a crash out. They know that's a crash out. Huh? See, that Pan-Africanism, that promotes that whole we are all African ideology, which dilutes the specificity of our claims of reparations here and political redress in the United States. See, the Foundation of Black American Delineation Movement, on the other hand...
Nigga, we see the facts, nigga. We see your ancestors tied up to a fucking tree... A cut down tree, nigga. Tied your ass up with your asshole hanging out. I mean, with your legs open, nigga. Going up in that ass, man. That's what we seen. Face down, ass up, nigga. That's what them niggas was doing to your ancestors, nigga. Like, do you really want to go down this route, Kwame? Do you really want to go down this route about butt breaking? About disrespecting black Americans, foundational black Americans. Let them know we had to save you from that, the anal violation. Them niggas violated you, man. Nigga, we killed niggas over here for that. Them niggas had to let us free because, yo, we was killing too many of them niggas. You think these niggas was like, yo, you know what? What we're doing is wrong. You know what? We shouldn't have slaves. We shouldn't have slaves. Let's let these people go. Nah, they was like, yo, these niggas is killing too many people and the money is not adding up. Let's let these niggas go. Oh, yeah. Kwame don't want to agree with that them niggas had butt breaking. We did a whole 2.5 hours video on that yesterday, Kwame. You ran yesterday. You got mad. Ain't no play. No, we all won now, huh, Shabaka? Okay. Okay, we all one. We all human now. You see the shit that I gotta deal with? Shout out to Shabaka and Kwame.
that directly
Oh yeah, and Jeff
hollers
too.
at the U.S. government with specific,
DJ X1
tangible
too.
demands for justice and compensation. Not this Wakanda shit. Maybe one day we're going to have Shea Butter Land. Maybe one day we're going to connect with people in Ghana and man.
That nigga
And
mad
that's
at me
just an
right
idea.
now.
We're talking about some real
That nigga
tangibles.
Kwame
We're
pop
giving
copping
dollar
please right
amounts.
now, bro.
What we need
Oh,
from
yo,
this
Kwame,
government
I'm gonna
here,
take
because
a
this is
shot
our
for you,
land.
man.
And when they keep on promoting,
Hey, yo, everybody, I'm sorry to stop this, but I'm gonna take a shot for Kwame, man. Shot for Kwame, man. Oh shit! This is a shot for Kwame, man. This is for you, Kwame. Salute.
Pan-Africanism in the media and education system with these alphabet organizations, see, that's a distraction from domestic Black economic and political power. See, the U.S. government, they see Pan-Africanism as a way to keep Black Americans looking outward rather than organizing politically inward for resources domestically. Yeah? That's why everybody's freaking out that we've acknowledged our lineage here. People are freaking the hell out now that we said, hey, you know what? Damn all that old go back to the motherland shit and we're generic Africans. This is our land right here. We're claiming our lineage and our importance to this lineage, and we ain't going nowhere, and we're going to need compensation, you see? And we're uncovering all of the hidden history about our lineage here. That's a threat. That's why everybody's freaking out. Yeah? And remember, J. Edgar Hoover, I always mention COINTELPRO. Family, COINTELPRO, those documents, man, he explicitly identified Black unity as the greatest threat to national security. And us, with our delineation movement and us looking at lineage, that fosters a real lineage-based unity that strengthens political and economic demands. Whereas Pan-Africanism, that relies on like vague cultural ties that don't translate into concrete power. You know? That's why, family, notice most Black Americans, we've never gravitated towards Kwanzaa. We have never gravitated.
No, Shabaka. May I stop you and say that he only did a movie on it. Y'all niggas took that shit serious. They talk about buck breaking in America. Yes, there was buck breaking in America. But primarily, this is why they sent people to Jamaica. That was the headquarters of butt breaking or butt busting. You know? And there's nothing wrong. That's what they made your country. You know? The booty party country, you know? That's all it is, you know? We can't get mad.
Towards Kwanzaa. Let's be very real. None of you have. Me neither. It sounded cool. You know, hey, African holiday, yay.
Harambe!
You know? But deep, we ain't never connected with no damn Kwanzaa. Never.
Harambe!
None of us.
Emoja.
No, we didn't. It was always foreign to us.
Facts.
You understand? Kwanzaa has always been foreign to us.
Yep.
They've Africanized it. That was that Karanga. You know, he created it, and y'all know his background. I don't even have to say it. You understand? Y'all know his background. Y'all know Karanga's background. I don't even have to say it. That proves my point here, ladies and gentlemen. They get these ops to sit up here and Pan-Africanize us and tell us that we're really generic Africans and we need to look to the motherland, and these people are with the alphabet boys. You see? And they try to crowbar this stuff onto us. Every time we start talking about getting something that's lineage-based and talking about us having appreciation for the land and the nation state that our family built, we're not guests in this country, we're not immigrants. What do these ops do? They run in here with red, black, and green flags telling us that we're really Igbo. You niggas are not FBA. You are Hausa. You are Zulu niggas. They're telling us that we're some vague African tribe. No, the hell we're not. We're not some vague, generic ass African tribe. We are foundational Black Americans with a long standing, deeply rooted culture right here on the
Facts.
land that our families built. And we ain't giving that up for nothing. Then, another reason why they promote Pan Africanism so heavily, Pan Africanism lacks a military or security element.
Facts.
You understand? It's not a threat. It doesn't have, it's never about securing anything or having a military.
You're right about that, Shabaka, but who wasn't staying on code? Who wasn't staying on code? I agree with you about the Hoover thing. It's just y'all wasn't staying on code, so you can't get mad at Black Americans when they want to delineate because of that.
Response to systematic oppression. See, historically, successful nationalist movements, they required some form of military or self-defense structure. Like in the 1960s, let's be very clear. The reason why we got things popping, you had the Black Panthers. We had the brothers and sisters marching and singing church songs on camera, but behind the scenes, the Black Panthers, you had the Deacons for Defense, you had the grassroots brothers out here doing guerrilla warfare tactics in urban areas. So that was a militaristic arm. You had the Black Liberation Army. Those were the cats who got Assata Shakur out of jail. You understand? You had grassroots military arms of the movement right here. That was going on here. You see, you hear me talk about what was going on in the 60s. There were riots and uprisings all through the 60s. That was the military arm of the civil rights movement. That long, hot summer of 1967 where there were just race riots all over the country, Black people rising up against the oppressive system using guerrilla warfare tactics. That was the military arm of the movement. It's downplayed in the media now because the narrative is that they want you to believe that white America felt sorry for John Lewis and them getting their ass whooped in Selma. That's the narrative. That ain't it. That's not what really happened. That's one part of the story. The real part of the story, there were brothers out there on the grassroots putting foot to ass. Forcing the U.S. government
as
to
I've been
sign
telling
these
y'all,
bills that gave us the proper rights we're supposed to get. Pan-Africanism don't have shit like that. Nope. You understand? The Pan-African movement, it lacks that component. And it just focuses on abstract discussions rather than organizing for self-defense or real political leverage. It's just talk. Let's be real. It's a bunch of goddamn talk. It's about niggas, you putting on some dashikis, you smashing a Kenyan broad, and you eating some jollof, and that's it. There's nothing, you're not building nothing, you're not protecting anything militarily. Yeah?
It's true.
We're just keeping it real today. We just got to keep it a buck. And see, the thing is, Pan-Africanism, again, you're looking outside of here, looking globally, but when we're talking about our foundation of Black American lineage, that's very specific to the United States of America. And that's a challenge, see? The foundation of Black American delineation movement, it centers on our unique historical, economic, legal claim that foundational Black Americans have against the U.S. government. So that's a direct challenge. Whereas Pan-Africanism, that's just, it disperses and the focus is across multiple nations, and it just reduces any likelihood of any single entity being held accountable. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's, look, when you talk about Pan-Africanism, it's basically like Wakanda. You're not going to build anything unless you address white supremacy.
Facts.
Because you're in this mess because of white supremacy. White supremacy never went anywhere. Pan-Africanism gives the false notion that if we just go somewhere in Africa, we will be away from white supremacy so we don't have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's horseshit. You understand? That's why it don't work. Nothing works. Because wherever you go, you're still going to deal with white supremacy. So we might as well deal with that shit here. I don't want to go to Africa and deal with white supremacy in blackface. I don't want to deal with some musty tether who's been propped up by the white supremacists to smash down on other black people.
Facts.
Where the white supremacist is hiding somewhere safe and sound and they're paying off some ashy Negro to do the dirty work for them. No. I'd rather deal with the white supremacist directly than a Negro puppet. You hear? And another thing, with Pan-Africanism, see, that opens the door for immigration over here, too. See, when we're sitting up here like, yeah, we all African. Everybody's African. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of Mexicans are, I'm African, too. I got a black abuela. Let me in. Yes, all lives matter. I got a black abuela. She's African. You know, then you open the damn door for everybody. Whereas us, when we're looking at our lineage, that challenges immigration.
Facts.
See, the U.S. government, they use immigration to dilute foundational black Americans' political power. And we, foundational black Americans, we're calling that out directly. Pan-Africanism, it embraces all of that inclusive, oh, everybody got to get together. That's part of the government agenda. That's why the U.S. government loves promoting Pan-Africanism. You go to these schools, they got African studies all damn day. They'll let you talk about going to Africa. Oh, dude, here's all the money in the world. Let's bring over some African teachers. Why you think all these damn universities got these tethered teachers who sit up online and call us akatas and shit all day?
Mm-hmm.
These HBCUs are now flooded with tether teachers and tether administrators. Look at Howard University. It's tethered down. No disrespect to Howard. And Howard University fired our good sister, Queen Mother, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, because she was going in on white supremacy so heavily.
Facts. And she was an immigrant, too. And she stood on business for black Americans. She stood on business. Salute to Mrs. Wells and RIP to her. This is one thing that me and Kwame will always agree with, that she always stood on business. They fired her for no reason. I know why they fired her, but it was something they should have fired her for.
I never forgave them for that. Yeah, we should never let them forget that. I'm going to talk about that in the new Hidden Colors movie. I'm going to put their ass on the hot seat about that. Oh, yes. I can't wait to do the next Hidden Colors 6. We're going to put some asses on them hot seats. We're going to expose all of that. We're going to let y'all know what they did to our sister. Oh, yeah, we going there. We going there. Okay. Nush, hop in, Nush. Nush, hop in. Nush, hop in. Unmute your microphone, Nush. Nush, unmute your microphone. Because you're always doing these weird gestures. Nush, unmute your microphone, please. If you get up here every night throwing up different emojis and you don't get on, so I don't have to block you. What's up? Is that my sister Claudia? What's up, Claudia? My lovely sister Claudia Jordan. Everybody say what's up to Claudia. Where you been hiding, beloved? But yeah, like I said, the dominant society, they like to promote Pan-Africanism because they know it's not a threat.
Oh, salute. Thanks, man.
Centered
Thanks.
around our lineage, that's the threat, ladies and gentlemen. Because now, and I told people, look, we start getting our lineage and our culture together, everything else is going to fall into place. I've always been focused. That's why I'm very, very heavily focused on our culture. Once we really
Salute to DJ
get an
X1.
understanding
Thanks.
of our culture and really appreciate our culture and what it is and how unique it is, everything else is going to fall in place. And everything is falling in place. Everything is falling in place. Yeah. Now let me get some more people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. We're in here deep. Let's get brother Sean in here. Sean, hop on in here, Sean. Brother Sean looks like a background singer for the OJs. What's up, Sean? How are you, sir?
What's going on, Tariq? I just wanted to give you your flowers, man. My grandfather introduced me to Hidden Colors back when I was in undergrad, and that changed my life, man. I'm currently a filmmaker, getting my master's in documentary film at Northwestern, and man, I just want to say you definitely inspire me, and these spaces just continuously keep me informed, and more importantly, it's inspiring me to do my own research. So just thankful for that. I got one question though. Any advice for me as an independent filmmaker, as far as crowdfunding and just building a community to support my films and my own independent works?
Oh yeah, yeah. Basically, man, just really network with people on social media. Um,
Facts.
Start giving samples of some of your work so that people can see what your get down is. So when you start crowdfunding, people can see what they are getting into. They can see what they're investing in, and just make your stuff real good and make it socially relevant, because that's always a good thing for new filmmakers. And just make it real thorough. Make it real thorough, man. And the audience is there. They'll come to you.
Yep,
And
it's
proud
true.
of you, brother. I love to see our young brothers in school doing their thing. I love that. Let's get Meyer. Let's get Meyer in here. Meyer Charlotte. What's up, Meyer Charlotte?
Hey, everything's going well tonight, Tariq. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
All is well. I just really wanted to ask you a question. What do you think about this whole notion coming out of Stanford University with the older maps of South Africa being the true Jerusalem?
I haven't heard that one. Yeah, I haven't heard that at all. When did they come out with that?
Yeah, so there.
Well, I heard that like probably like 20 years ago. Like Africa is more bigger than what we think it is. Like what we consider the Middle East and stuff, that was a part of Africa at one time. So I did see that one. So what he's saying is some old shit, old school shit, but oh shit, he got fucked up. Give us 1 second. Pray for pray someone to Damn. Yo, the dude from I think he's the quarterback from Atlanta Falcons. Yo, he got fucked up, man. He got fucked up like Tua did. But I do want to say this though. I did hear that. I think we should go on to the next one. We heard enough. Salute to Tariq Nasheed. But before we go on to the next one, we should talk about what we heard though. I'm gonna say this. The question I'm gonna throw out is: can pan-africanism recover in America? Oh yeah, salute to DJ X1 for the Cash App. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, he's gonna be in a hospital for an ill minute. Yeah, that dude. It was a Mary Jones. Yeah, he's gonna be in the hospital for a while. I think he'll end up playing probably like 4 or 5 games later on, or 3 games later on. But I do want to say this. The question I'm gonna deliver to y'all is: can Pan-Africanism recover? When I said they took a very serious blow, they took a bad blow. And the reason why I say they took a bad blow, because they were on the food, they were on a higher food chain. Like, they were technically our leaders in the 90s and the early 2000s. We had like Common Sense out here wearing dashikis and shit. We had the Erica Badu's. We had the Afrocentric shit that was going on, the Outcasts. You know, there was a tribe called Quest. We had these people out here promoting um pan Africanism. It's just the thing about it. Pan Africanism didn't show up for them at this point. Never. Facts. I might believe what DJ X1 said. I don't think they can recover. It's gonna be hard, man. I think they're gonna need it. Where Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, don't need a leader. We just need structure. Where everybody fall in line and do their part. Everybody don't have to do a lot. Everybody just has to play their part. Real talk. All we gotta do is play our part. Unlike Pan Africanism, they need a leader. But they're gonna need a leader like Fred Hampton. They're gonna need a leader like that. Or even Huey Newton and Bobby Seals. They're gonna need leaders like that. Powerful speakers, people who got great executions, people with the educational knowledge. The people who lead by example. Pan Africanism don't have that. Who do they have? Who? Professor Smalls, but that's it. You know, that's the only one who's in the limelight that we know about. And I'm not talking about Pan Africanism community or their universe. We're talking about the black universe, the black diaspora universe. Only thing we know about is Professor Smalls. Because he been on every documentary. He been on every show. He has been on every interview. We have our Claude Anderson. Claude Anderson came out the woodwork and started still dropping knowledge on us. He's still dropping knowledge on us. You know what? Give me a second, everyone. I want to do something super dope. Give me a second. Ugh. Let me clear this out real fast. And you know what? I think I want to listen to a Claude Anderson. The reason why I want to listen to a Claude Anderson, Africa have to be unified with them before they can be unified with the diaspora. Facts. That's real talk right there, what you just said, because you know what? They're not unified. Shabaka, Kwame always talk about they're unified, but we don't see it. This is why I say you got to lead by example. We have to know that you're actually doing what you're saying. You know, if not, it's all wolf tickets. You know, and this is why I always told Kwame, I was like, yo, what you're saying is wolf tickets. You might be doing the same thing, but we're not seeing it. In this world, you have to exploit yourself. And when I mean exploit yourself, you got to exploit what you're doing. You know, you got to look like you're pimping your own self out for views, but you're not really pimping yourself out for views. You're showing people like, yo, you know what? I mean business. That's why I said people look at it differently, but the way how you're thinking way beyond what they're seeing. You're showing people like, yo, we got structure over here. We're about business over here. We're making changes over here. But what fucks y'all up, and I'm going to be personally honest, is that you're not making any progress over here. You're just telling a motherfucker to leave America and go to Africa on blind faith. I'm being personally honest. That's how it looks. It looks like on some blind faith shit. You know? Hold on. Give me a second, everyone. Mm, And I'm gonna say this: Claude Anderson is one of my favorite like what's the word? He's one of my favorite people to watch. And the reason why, because he always drops off gems. He always drops off those gems that like we don't understand. We haven't thought about it. He 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 makes us remember what we are really actually fighting for. We're gonna watch this one real fast, but we're gonna jump on to something else after. We're gonna jump on to to another. Just give me a second, everyone.
Greatest responsibility. And at what point do you wake up and smell the coffee and say, my greatest responsibility is to my own people?
Yeah.
And quit allowing puppets or flake or front black folk get put in office that are selling you out for their own personal gain. We have them in America. We had them, went back in history, we used to call some of them Sam Boas and Uncle Toms.
Yeah.
They would get in political position and sell you out. You all still letting it going on in Africa.
So, I mean, it's just, you're keeping it so real, it's kind of depressing. But next year is like the 400th mark of, the end of slavery. A lot of people have been saying prophetically that it's the time for African Americans to, come back to the African continent. It's time for us to globally unify. What are your thoughts on this?
I'll be perfectly candid with it. I got a lot of my friends that are extremely Afrocentric. But you're going the wrong way. You're trying to run up a one-way street. If you're going to acquire any power and any input in a global market, you got to identify first with America. And your key element would be engendering the power and wealth into a black, native black overclass in this country that would then serve in the same respect.
And when he says native black, he's talking about a foundational black American. He just identifies it to be different. That's where this is where Tariq Nasheed and Claude Anderson tweaked the names a bit. When I said tweak it, it's like Claude Anderson was actually the first one to come up with the term. Tariq Nasheed said thousands of times that he was the first one to identify as native blacks, us. Tariq Nasheed tweaked it a little bit and said foundational black Americans. So this is where that foundational black Americans came from. So let's listen to him again. Let him spit that game.
Wrong way. You're trying to run up a one-way street. If you're going to acquire any power and any input in a global market, you got to identify first with America. And your key element would be engendering the
Cheers
power
to
and wealth
everybody.
into a black, native black overclass in this country.
Cheers to pan-africanism. Cheers to foundational black Americans. Cheers to the immigrants. Even to the musty ass tethers. Cheers to you. Salute. I hope this year we progress a lot. And once we get reparations and our tangibles, we will come for you. But until then, we have our eye on our prize. And I hope everything that y'all are doing in Africa, y'all succeeds just like us. Cheers.
First with America. And your key element would be engendering the power and wealth into a black, native black overclass in this country that would then serve in the same respect that Jews serve right now around the world.
Yeah.
What happened to Jews around the world is dictated by the Jews in America. Because in America, the Jews got about 1/2% of the population. But they've been able to manage to control major industries like the diamond industry, gold industry, book industry, movie industry, legal industry, printing industry. It's controlled by Jews, even though they're 1/2 of 1% of the population.
You heard that. Homie was spitting game. Homie was spitting game. That was Dr. Claude Anderson. He has done a lot for the black community ever since the 60s and 70s, I believe. So salute to him. I wanted to show people that. This is what going to Africa is going to happen. We're going backwards, as he said.
There's these maps by Gordon Ramsay. He's a historian, and he's at
or 3 kids currently. But I wanted to ask a reparations question. So we were talking with Ayanna Pressley, which is the U.S. Congresswoman from, I believe, Boston.
Massachusetts, yeah.
How much freedmen.
So I'm gonna tell you about Ayanna Pressley. I have been on her I've been on her bumper for probably like 8 months. I don't think she understands why I'm on her and Michelle's bumper. I'm on Michelle's bumper because at the end of the day, she has done nothing for the black community. She integrated the black community. People did not leave. Go ahead. We could do nothing by ourselves. We must unite. Well, you know what, Shabaka? We're going to have to do stuff ourselves right now because I'm going to say this, Shabaka. We're going to have to do stuff ourselves because we tried it with your people. We tried it with Africans. Africans turned on us. We can't go backwards. We absolutely can't go backwards right now. We are too far in, and we're doing great right now. The best bet what you can do is be on Black American side. Be on Tariq's side and try to maneuver and talk and see if something can be worked out. And this is why I said you should have been on the side of tangibles and reparations. If you would have been on the sides of tangibles and reparations, you don't think Black Americans would have helped? That's the questions. Now, Latinos, I'm going to have to ask you the question. If you would have helped Black Americans get tangibles and reparations, you don't think we would have helped y'all not get deported or go to jail or whatnot in the whole 9 yards? Caribbean immigrants, Africans. Do you think we would have fought for y'all not to get deported or even go to jail or any like unlawful thing? Absolutely not.
Our old reparations. So the average, as far as I know, currently the average lifetime earnings for a white man today is about $2 million, right? And at the time, at the peak of slavery, right, or even cumulatively, there were about 2 million slaves. So if you times, I think it's 2 or 4 million. So just go.
I'll be right back, everyone.
So if you times 4 million by 2 million, which is the lifetime earnings of white Americans today, that's about 8 trillion, which is a realistic number for reparations. So where does the 40 trillion come from?
I never said 40 trillion.
Well, you put 30 trillion in the ballpark, correct? Your
15,
ballpark is
20 trillion. I said around 15, 20 trillion. I've never said 30.
Yeah, isn't that too much considering if we go based off the lifetime earnings of, say, a white person today?
This Doge, all of this money that they've been finding, have you seen the money that they've been finding? They got like the Doge tracker tracking all of the money that's been saved from all of these USAID programs that they've been pulling back from. Have you seen the damn money?
See, I want this reparations things to be over with, and I think it could be if you guys gave a feasible amount. You can't do 15 trillion. If you look at the U.S. budget today, it's about 6 trillion. So if you were to say, okay, let's base it off of $1 million per slave, right? That's about 4 to 8 trillion, which is a doable amount, but you can't do 15 trillion. So I'm confused on where that amount is.
I don't want to hear about what's not doable. Man, these folks have been throwing money at all of these other groups, man. Hold on, I'm looking at Doge Tracker now. Hold on. They done already, within like a couple of weeks, done itemized $55 billion damn dollars. This is in a couple of weeks, and there's.
You want to do a topic like that, or do you want to, like, what are you trying to mean, compare and contrast? Hey, yo, you know what I'm going to do? This is what we're going to be doing on Fridays. We're just going to, all we're going to do is just talk. Talk. But what's going to be a dope about Fridays is I'm going to have y'all call in. We could talk about anything and everything. Everybody gets 5 to 10 minutes to talk. If you want to come back on, you could come back on, but you get 5 minutes. We're going to do that every Friday. What y'all think about that idea? You know, FBA and Tariq Nishi has done nothing for anyone but himself. Africans are still leading African liberation. Liberations don't come to the few. Only united organizations, people achieve reparation. Let me ask you a question. How long have those African liberations been going on?
Still digging out money that's been just squandered and wasted. Man, we got the money. That 15, 20 trillion, that's not a bad number at all. That's not a bad number. They can.
But where does it come from? Where does it come from? It
These
sounds
tax
made up,
dollars, the same money from that US aid, all of this money, go to Doge.tracker. You can see.
No, but where does the estimate come from? Why did you guys?
You're not gonna sit here and act dumb. I'm telling you what to look up. You look up Doge Tracker, Doge.tracker. It's a live tracker following all the money. And I'm showing you where this money is coming from. This money is coming from all our tax dollars being funneled into all of these little programs for all of these little special interest groups except us. Mm-hmm. People like you, Nathaniel, you and your people, y'all getting this money. Now, is that why you kind of have a little contempt for reparations, because now your folks are not going to be getting that U.S. aid money? Is that what?
No, I support Black America. I'm not asking where the money is going to come.
No, because even the tone is hostile. I just want this reparations to be over. Everything is hostile. You don't really support it. You sound like you're just trying to figure out a way to sabotage it. You really don't want us to get reparations.
He did this to me too, Nathaniel, when I came in here a couple years back, gang. I ain't gonna hold you.
But hold on, I get you.
Tariq, I'm not asking where the money is going to come from. I'm asking, where does the estimate, your 15 trillion estimate, where does that come from? Like, why do you deserve 15 trillion?
Yeah, for all of us, why shouldn't we, sir? We literally built up all the wealth of this country, sir. We built this country up for free. All of the wealth came off of our backs. The banking system was built up from slavery. The insurance systems, the medical industries, the railroad industries, Wall Street, these multi-trillion-dollar industries, all of this money was built off our backs. That 15 trillion, that's not asking too much at all. All right?
That's unarguable. What you're saying is unarguable, but why is it 15 trillion when, as I said earlier, the average lifetime earnings today for a white man is about 2 million USD. So if you use that 2 million amount in lifetime earnings and you apply it to the 4 billion slaves,
You're not
that's only about 8 trillion. So
We deserve it. We're owed that. And to be honest, we actually owed more. We actually owed more. 15, 20 trillion, that's a start. We start there. But the great thing is that money will be recirculated into the economy and compounded, and it's going to stimulate the economy. See, that's the good thing with us.
Facts.
All of these other groups, all of this money that Doge tracking is looking after, that money was sent over to other countries, squandered by these janky leaders over in all of these foreign places. So yeah, that
Facts.
money has just went on to hell. We're not going to send the money to hell. We're going to use the money, build this economy, and have a robust society. Now, Doc, hop on in here, Doc.
How you doing?
What's
How you
happening?
doing this morning?
I'm good, Doc. What's on your mind? You were interrupting earlier, but what's on your mind?
Um, I remember in high school when I was first researching Black history for real. I used to watch Hidden Colors,
Yep,
and it had you in there.
yep,
And I remember watching you talk about the Moors
yep.
in Africa and in Spain and all the great feats they did. And I remember feeling so empowered by that, gang. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, especially as a young boy, like just now learning about like Black history. Because you know, when your third eye open, it's a wonderful feeling. And you
Yeah.
know, you know those resources and whatnot that you have, especially as a Black young man. You don't have a lot of Black leaders to look up to that are doing things like Hidden Colors on a
Right.
daily basis, right? So for it just burns my soul up, you know, now that and you know now it's died down a little bit, but a couple I think 2 years ago, it was during COVID or whatever, I came in one of your spaces and you was riding hard for the FBA thing. I'm not sure if you know I don't know what it is with that now, but you was really riding really hard for that. Um, and I came in and I was trying to talk to you. You feel me? I was just like dead ass, like, you know, because my parents are Jamaican.
Right.
You feel me? But again, I with Fred Hampton, like I would have been one of the first ones in the door for him, for real, because I'm like that. But that being said, I came in there to talk to you and try to be like, damn, like, so where does that put me at as a Jamaican young man that give a fuck about Black American cause and Black American plight? And want to be a part of the fight for it. And you know what you told me? You remember what you told me?
What did I tell you?
You told me to get my tether ass the fuck out of there. Because I didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You must have said something slick. I wouldn't just say that if you.
And this is again something that burns me up. Is that as a leader,
You must have said you must have been in there trolling or something. Cause people in this room, how many people we got in here? Y'all know I don't just go start clapping on cats. If you come at me genuine, I give a genuine answer. I don't get on people just because they're foreign. So you must have been in there trolling or saying something slick.
I'm an accountable young man. If I did, I would have been honest with you. You Tariq Nasheed, bro. Again, I just told you how I figured out about you. So I'm not gonna come at you no kind of sideways. Because again, even though you was going off of the rhetoric you was going off of, I just wanted to have a genuine conversation with you and figure out what was going on. But then again, you see my flag, and you started calling me a tether and shit, gang.
You must
hear
have.
me? And for you to sit here and say that it must have.
Hold on.
You got sensitive about that shit.
How many people in y'all? I'm in here every night. People in this room. Do I just go off on people?
Yeah.
Have I ever gone off on somebody?
Yo, this nigga got mad sensitive. Yo, this nigga was like, yo. He's like, yo. I was by your side, but he's like, yo. You just went off on me and called me a tether. Yo, what's this motherfucker?
Turns me up. Is that as a leader?
You must have been in there trolling or something. Cause people in this room, how many people we got in here? Y'all know I don't just go start clapping on cats. If you come at me genuine, I give a genuine answer. I don't get on people just because they're foreign. So you must have been in there trolling or saying something slick.
I'm an accountable young man. If I did, I would have been honest with you. You Tariq Nasheed, bro. Again, I just told you how I figured out about you. So I'm not gonna come at you no kind of sideways. Because again, even though you was going off of the rhetoric you was going off of, I just wanted to have a genuine conversation with you and figure out what was going on. But then again, you seen my flag and you started calling me a tether and shit. Man.
You must because
and for you to sit here and say that it must have.
Hold on, family. How many people in y'all? I'm in here every night. People in this room. Do I just go off on people? Have I ever gone off on somebody just because they had a foreign flag? Y'all listen to me every damn night. There's thousands of people listen to me every single day.
Hey, yo, Shabaka, quick question. Where is your lineage from? I never asked you that. Where's your lineage from? Yo, my nigga was like, yo, you just ran off and called me a tether. Shabaka, you gotta tell me where your lineage is from, man. I want to know, man. I honestly just want to know.
Don't sit here and tell that. I don't just go off on people because they have a foreign flag. I'm very hospitable to people who are foreigners. I don't have a problem with them. The only time I start clapping on folks is if they come in with any form of disrespect, trolling, roasting, or whatever, then they're going to get it. So yeah, I do that. Whatever you're saying is not true. You leaving some stuff out, and this goes to what we're talking about.
So that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, accountability. Just like I was talking earlier. Cats got to be accountable. Don't come in and act like you innocent, like you didn't do something. If I went at you, you must have done something. Now, if it was a few years ago, I don't remember.
So yo, you ran off and called me a tether.
You understand what I'm saying?
You talking about accountability, and in the same token.
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Doc.
Shabaka, you know you can be honest, man. What part of Africa you from? Shabaka, what part of Africa you from? Are you like from Zimbabwe or something? Where they eat like rhino meat and shit? Have you ever had rhino meat when you lived in Africa, Shabaka? Yo, my nigga had rhino sausages, bro.
All I was saying was, brother, is that you talking about accountability. In that same breath,
yo, this nigga,
you saying that
this
I
nigga
must have
Shabaka
did something.
eat rhino sausages.
Yeah, because
bro.
what you're saying is not indicative of me. I just don't go off on people
what you mean
because they have a foreign flag. You make yourself seem innocent.
They should take
so I came in here today to talk to you, and I made that shit up. You think that I just did that again?
Sir,
they cut
it
that
sounds
shit
like
off,
you did.
DJ X1. They can't send shit back to their country. It's gonna cost them a good penny now.
So you never called nobody a tether because they had a foreign flag before?
No. Do that. You have to have done something for me to go off on you and start roasting you. You have to have done something. I just don't do that because you have a foreign flag. What you're saying is a goddamn lie. You're not gonna. I know me, and the people in here know me. I don't do that.
Brother, I feel you.
No, in fact, I'm extremely hospitable with people when they come in here, even if they're
This is what we gotta worry about with Pan-Africans and white supremacists. With the white supremacists, let me tell y'all something about white supremacy. When those white people, when those white supremacists, I can't say white people, I mean white supremacists. And the reason why I don't say white people, because I don't want to use them as a collective. It's the white supremacists. The white supremacists is white, black, Caribbean, Arab, Latino, Asian, white, Asian, Caribbeans, all those people who practice white supremacy, you could put them in that category. You don't put people in that category because of their group. I mean, because where they, their ethnicity. That's one thing I will never do because everybody's different. But does people practice white supremacy? Absolutely. We got the Myron Gaines. We got the Nick Flentes. My people was Africans enslaved, as let's see, into eating pig guts. Nah, you're not. Nah, you're not Black American, Shabaka. Stop lying, nigga. You're like one of them Kuta Kente niggas. Those running niggas. Nigga, you got yo. I can tell you, yo. The way how you talk, I can tell you got African feet, my nigga. Like my nigga, you just started seeing sneakers. Like I'm not trying to like clown you or anything, my nigga, but my nigga, the way you talk like you just started getting sneakers. And you only had sandals and flip flops, my nigga. You know? The only outfit that you ever owned was some shorts and a raggedy ass FUBU shirt. Like that's what you look, yo. That's how it sounds like you have, bro. It's like I know you think I'm shitting on you, my nigga, but I'm not shitting on you. It's just like, yo, that's how you talk. Like that's how you write. You write like you wear FUBU t-shirts, my nigga. He's not being. He's not being. Yeah, DJ, that's right. Yeah, nigga. This nigga see like he wear Nietzsche clothes, bro. Like the Nietzsche t-shirt with the red, yellow, green flag on it. Yo, or the nigga wear like he talk like he rocks the Nietzsche t-shirts with the LRG jeans, my nigga. Like. Oh my god! Yo! Yo. Hey yo, Shabaka, you still be wearing Kango hats, my man? Yeah, I'm just asking the question. Yo, homie, you still wear those Kango hats, bro? The fur Kango hats? Oh, shit. Yo, Shabaka, you crazy, bro.
Foreigners, even when I'm kind of roasting on cats, I'm very hospitable about it. I welcome people from.
So yeah, African cake, bro. So you one of them niggas who be with the spares, be with your running with no with no sneakers on, with your booty cheeks hanging out, my nigga. Yo, that's why them niggas. That's why those white supremacies be taking y'all niggas to their country, man, and sex trafficking y'all niggas. Nigga, the way how y'all dress, man, those tribal shits, bro. Yo, y'all niggas is wildin' out here, bro. Yeah, man. That nigga, yo. My nigga had the tribal outfit on. This nigga be wearing lion skin and shit. You know how to make spears and shit since you're like a warrior king or some shit, my nigga? Just like a tender nigga. Yo, Shabaka, where in Africa you from? Say where you from. Yeah, Shabaka, just tell us where you from, bro. Yeah, don't be scared, bro. Know where I think you're from, man? I think you're from Zambia, my nigga. I think you're from Zambia. Are you from Zambia? You sound like a nigga from Zambia. I gotta be personally honest. You know? I'm fucking with you, Sabaka. Salute to Sabaka and DJ X1.
Foreign places to come on in and let me know what's on their mind. I welcome those conversations. So I wouldn't just be get your tether ass out of here. You must have said something. You must have been in there trolling. You must have been doing something, sir. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me some shit where I know me and the people here.
I feel you, brother. I'll be the example in front of all these people, and I'll tell you what I apologize if your memory serves you as me trolling.
And again, you said this was back about around COVID, so I don't remember. But
Nigga,
the
that's
thing
like
is,
forever
again,
ago.
I don't have a problem with foreigners. None of us in here has a problem with foreigners.
Facts.
We do have a problem with people who try to undermine our lineage, which has been a problem.
Can I ask you? Do you think it would be if you don't remember, right? If you forgot, do you think maybe it's more responsible to say I don't remember that or I forgot
Nigga, he
versus you're
says.
telling somebody that they lying about
No.
something that you don't remember?
No, because it's not just that I don't remember. I know me. I just wouldn't go off on somebody because they had a foreign flag. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. The only time I snap on folks in here and roast them is if they're saying something slick or if they're trolling or if they're doing some weird stuff in the chat. But I just don't snap because I want people who are foreign to come on in here and talk to us. Let us know what's on your mind. So yeah, what you're saying, that's not true. I know it's not true. I didn't just throw you out of the room and go off on you simply because I saw you had a foreign flag. It's something else. There must have been something else. 100%, because I know how I get down.
I see.
And I'm cool with Jamaicans. I do not have a problem with no Jamaicans. I go to Jamaica all the damn time. Jamaican cats look out for me. I'm real cool with Jamaicans.
Facts.
When I got love for Jamaicans. One of my barbers, one of my good guys, my brother Jay, who's real good with my family and the whole shit. He's Jamaican. I ain't got no problem with no Jamaicans. A lot of love for Jamaicans.
For sure, brother. Well,
yeah, shit. I just ate some goddamn curry chicken and some festival bread earlier.
Facts.
Shit. Much love, brother. I ain't trying to, because I know there's probably other people that want to come over here and have a conversation with you, and I ain't trying to take up no more of your time. But I do want to say I appreciate you for, spreading the knowledge that you do spread that is conducive to our community.
No doubt.
You do it. God bless you for that.
Thank you, brother. But listen. Yeah. Now, y'all not gonna sit up and say we just we don't attack folks just because you got a damn flag.
Facts.
Listen. The thing is, a lot of folks are upset because the Pan-African thing is kind of that shit is fizzled out. Let's be real.
Facts.
A lot of people are upset because the Pan-African thing has fizzled. You understand? That has fizzled. Justifiably so. And a lot of people are kind of upset with us about us kind of abandoning the Pan-African thing. Because they always come to us, well, y'all, a few years ago, y'all were talking about Pan-Africanism. Y'all were talking about Africa. You had made hidden color. You were talking about Africa. We don't have a problem with Africa. The problem is we're shifting our priority to our lineage, justifiably. Why? Number one, Pan-Africanism, it just has not been reciprocated. We have a couple of people who are riders, but hell, despite foundational Black Americans historically embracing Caribbeans and Africans and all these other people in communities, they've not shown the same level of solidarity. Come on now, let's just tell the truth. African and Caribbean immigrants, man, they come over here and they start prioritizing their own ethnic and national identities. Do you prioritize your own joint? Shit, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all come over and you have your Caribbean Day Parade, Puerto Rican Day Parade, this day parade, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. And look, we foundational Black Americans, we have a unique ethnogenesis, just like Jamaicans, just like Haitians, just like Nigerians. They recognize their own distinct identities. Foundational Black Americans, we have our own lineage, our own history, our own cultural development that is separate from Africa and the Caribbean family. Okay, can we all just acknowledge that? Because you guys have cultures that's separate from foundational Black Americans. That's great. I don't take credit for jerk chicken and curry chicken. Again, I had some earlier. It was good. We don't take credit for it.
I'm not.
You shouldn't take credit for our soul food. We have a distinct culture that is unique.
No, your ass ain't no Nat Turner. Yeah, you a running nigga. Shabaka, you're a running nigga. You ran away from Africa. You ran away from black people. You ran right into the hearts of fucking pan-Africanism, my nigga. You're a runner, my nigga. Yes, I learned 2000 lots of tall cartoons in the 60s. I was what J. Hoover called a black militant. I fought for my people. So what happened now? Yo, this is 2025. What happened, man? Yo, man, you I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be militant, now you just, you's a bourgeoisie nigga now. Hey, yo, Shabaka, this nigga's a bourgeoisie nigga now, so, like, a lot of tethers don't like Tariq Nasheed because he tells the truth. Facts. That nigga Tariq, that nigga be kicking y'all niggas' backs in, bro. That nigga kicks y'all niggas' backs in, But we're gonna watch something new. Ant CEO, if you never heard of him, definitely follow him. This motherfucker's lit right now. He's lit right now. When I say he is doing big things, he on a higher echelons right now. This man is like, yo, salute to him.
The reason black Americans don't take Pan-Africanism seriously is because we've never seen it in the places where it actually makes sense. What we see, by and large, are black immigrants who come here and preach Pan-Africanism, which makes absolutely no sense because America has 30 or 40 million black folks, okay? We don't have any resources. We don't control any industries. Like, literally, we have no control over natural resources in this country. We do not control anything. We have nothing to offer. This country only has jobs from white people. Meanwhile, in Africa, there are hundreds of like close to 1 billion black people. All the natural resources in the world.
It's 1.4 billion.
That black folks could theoretically control because you have the numbers. You can control industry. Like, why not go home and preach that?
Me too.
As we sit here right now, we have Ghanaians trying to kick Nigerians out of their country.
Oh!
Where's the Pan-Africanism?
This is Pan-African, movement at its best, nigga. Y'all niggas is kicking each other out of y'all country. But you know what? I'm going to say this first. Nigerians kicked Ghana out their country first after Ghana helped them build their country. I'm going to say that. So all it makes it better for Ghana to do the same thing. I'm an African organizer. I make warrior king out of punks, the FBI, CIA, delayed. Nah, my nigga, you haven't been the same, Shabaka. Yeah, no, you haven't been the same, man. I can tell, man. You be on some other shit. Like, there's still people out here. There's niggas still out here that are militant. There's still niggas out here that actually still be putting in work, especially people in Chicago. You got the new Black Panther Party. You got militants in Georgia and Alabama. Like, when some bullshit happens with some white supremacies, them niggas come down there 30, 40 deep with guns. Militant. So if you ain't doing anything like that, like, yo, these niggas ran down on fucking Indian people and Arabs. Talk about like, yo, you gonna disrespect us? We're not coming back here. I'm gonna make sure niggas don't come back out here. You go out of business. With guns, nigga. With rifles. Them niggas get busy. So if you ain't doing that type of shit, nigga, we don't want to hear it.
As we sit here, in 2024, there was a sister who went for a beauty pageant in South Africa. But her dad, I believe, was like Nigerian, her mother's from Mozambique. And they lost their mind because they felt like you're not really one of us. Again, where's the Pan-Africanism?
I said the same exact thing when I made a video speaking about how the Ghanaians are kicking out the Nigerians. Same thing when I made a video about how the South Africans is kicking out the Nigerians. They don't never, you don't hear Pan-Africanism was talking about none of this shit. And it's so crazy because those two videos are like my two most watched videos.
Shabaka, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about this?
Or they in the top 3 like most watched videos, both of them. When I made the videos talking about the Ghanaians and the South Africans kicking out the Nigerians, you don't hear the Pan-Africanisms. You don't hear Pan-Africans saying nothing. You don't hear them saying shit about none of it. They not talking about no motherfucking xenophobia. They not making those long form videos talking about how these people hate their own. You don't hear no self-hatred videos, none of that. You don't hear nothing.
We don't hear that from you, Shabaka.
From none of them Pan-Africanist people.
We don't hear this from you, Shabaka.
Democratic Shield people. You don't hear nothing. They just completely silent. I mean, they in the streets protesting. They fighting these people. I mean, they really pushing these people out of the country. But they whole focus is on us. They whole entire focus is on us. Let's keep going though.
Now, again, to be fair, these are just sort of select cherry-picked examples, but you get the point. For some reason, this concept seems to only be salient here in America, where, again, we don't have the numbers and we don't have the resources. This concept would be taken much more seriously if we saw it work back there, right? Like, if we saw close to 1 billion black people rise up collectively.
It's past 1 billion. They got 1.4 billion over there.
To challenge white dominance. Not to get a few jobs from white people, but to actually challenge the domination. To say we're going to control the resources collectively. Borders don't matter. We are one people. If we saw that movement successfully, where...
This is why when I was saying about that Abraham guy, y'all are collectively not behind him. And that's why I say, yo, the nigga's gonna get his top popped off because of y'all. Y'all ain't gonna save him. Y'all ain't gonna help him. I'm just being personally honest. I have seen this story dozens of times. Y'all could salute and champion the dude, but once he gets his top pop off, y'all should have been there to help him.
You got the numbers. Like, tomorrow you could do this. This would be a concept that would make much more sense, but we don't see that. So whether it's Marcus Garvey or whomever, you see immigrants coming here and saying, let's preach Pan-Africanism. And so it's just a challenge for us because we've never seen this concept work where it makes the most sense for it to work, where it could actually work.
And the thing is, the reason why it's not working is because those people keep electing the same people in positions of power, and the people that get elected in those positions of power don't give a about the people that they're supposed to be in charge of. They don't give a They whole focus on is keeping their money, and they focused on keeping that corrupt system in power because you can separate from the rest. So if you a person that's in a political position of power in Africa, 9 times out of 10, you know you're doing some under the table bullshit. You know you're on some corrupt shit. And it's easier to stay in that lane rather than doing what you're supposed to do righteously because, well, damn, now I got to help these people. Now I'm giving them opportunity to come up. But shit, I went through too much to get here, so f*** it. It's the same thing that they call on us. This whole crabs in the barrel shit. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's really them. You know what I'm saying? So that's on them. They control those resources, and what do they continue to do? Give them to the Middle Eastern countries. Or I don't even like calling them people the Middle East. That's the Middle East is not real. Arabs, those Arabic countries, they keep giving all the resources to those Arabic countries. They keep giving all the resources to those Europeans. They keep giving all the resources to those Asians for little in return. For little in return, because a lot of those fucking leaders only care about the top. They don't give a fuck about them people that's over there. But you'll never hear Pan-Africanists or them Democratic shields and none of that shit calling them bitch ass niggas out. You will never hear them motherfuckers calling them niggas out.
Facts.
They focused on us. They got all type of resources, natural resources. They got all type of gold and wealth and cobalt and all type of shit. But they'd rather just give it to those big European countries and shit, so they can get a little bit in return. So it ain't got nothing to do with us. That got everything to do with them. But somehow we the problem. Somehow we stopping 1.4 billion people from coming together, and we on a whole nother side of the world talking on a Twitter space, somehow that is destroying the entire movement over there. It don't make no sense to me. But let's keep going.
And so from our perspective, it just sounds like you're trying to eat off my plate rather than how can we make a whole plate factory. Your best position, we're not. Yes, America has a much larger economy than all of these other countries. We don't have access to it. We're literally competing for a few jobs from white people. That's what we got. Why is that? Well, we've just never been in a really good position, right? So yes, there was slavery in the Caribbean, but the British left, the French left. We had to live under our oppressor every single day, our very violent oppressor. And so no, we just didn't have the opportunity to forge a new identity, right? We didn't have the opportunity to wake up and say we're Haitians and we're one. Like, we didn't get that, right? We were literally just trying to stay alive. We didn't get that. So whether you're Haitian, whether you're Ghanaian, Nigerian, Trinity, whatever you might be, you woke up every day in a place where you were in the majority. And as a black person from America, whose folks came out of the cotton fields, I admire that. There's a privilege in that I don't think you all recognize, a privilege to wake up every day and be in the majority. And so yes, there's neocolonialism. Yes, there's a French indemnity on Haiti. All these things are true, but you at least have the opportunity to wake up every day in the majority on the ground and try to control your life. We could only dream of that. That is fantasy for us. It never existed. And so what I'm saying is, if you're asking why you feel resistance towards Pan-Africanism, if you're asking why American black folks seem hesitant to buy into it, it's because where it makes the most sense, where it has the highest probability to succeed, and where there are actual prizes to be had, we don't see that.
Everybody like and subscribe and comment as well in the live chat. And also, hit that like button to build up the algorithm, and also hit the share button so we could get more people to come in here and definitely conversate with us. And I appreciate it. And if you want to give a donation, I will be putting it in the live chat right now. Give me 1 second, everyone. So we could get more people to... I'll be doing it right now. And I put my Venmo on there too, so yeah. Whatever's easier for you. And thank you.
Movement. So no, it doesn't make a lot of sense to us. It doesn't compute.
And not to mention, even when we did try to do that, because a lot of people were on the Pan-Africanism shit in the past, even when we did try to do that, look what happened. At least in America, look what happened. The same people that we were supposedly supposed to be intertwined with and connected with were the same people that was disrespecting us in our own communities, the same people that wasn't supporting us in our communities, the same people that would get into positions of power at the job market and hire their own over us. So if a Nigerian person become a manager, they're gonna hire other Nigerians and then get your fucking black American ass the fuck up out of there. Mm-hmm. Like, those are the same people that we were supposedly supposed to be connected with. Have y'all seen Caribbean and African police officers and how they treat us and talk to us?
Fact.
I couldn't imagine living in New York. That's why I couldn't live in New York, like New York City, because I end up smacking the fuck out of one of them niggas. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. You New York people or Florida. I couldn't do it. I can't live around all the mother. So, but like that, this is the same people that we supposed to be intertwined and connected with. And they've been secretly feeling this way. They've been secretly talking to us like this. They've been secretly having this negative disposition towards us. And we've now publicly been talking about the shit. But the fact that we've been publicly talking about the shit, well, now they a victim. So now we hate them. Now we got a negative thought process on them. If we hated them and we really, really, really didn't like them, they'd be dead. If we're going to keep it 100, they'd be dead. But we don't have that in our heart. The only thing that most of us is asking for is respect. And if you're gonna come over here, you're gonna have to respect us. And if you're gonna come over here and you want some type of support or whatever come together, then you're gonna have to let us lead, and you're gonna have to shut the fuck up when the time being and do under what we're trying to do, because your homeland and it.
You hear that, Shabaka? Oh, gee, I know you hear that. You heard what he said. We just want respect. And if you're going to come over here, shut the fuck up and let's watch us what we doing. That's it.
And work out. That's why you're here. So when you come over here, you need to assimilate instead of trying to assimilate the whiteness. Instead of trying to assimilate to, I am not the black, I am like y'all didn't even want to be black. Y'all don't never want to be black until it's convenient. I don't call them people black. When I say black, I'm speaking on us, black Americans. I don't consider them people black. But y'all was the same people that have this thought process towards us. So it's like, bro, if those people came over to America and they had our best interest at heart, do motherfuckers honestly think that black Americans would be saying and stuff and talking how we talking now? Like, let's keep it 100. Do y'all, anybody in here or people that's watching this that may be on the fence or whatever it is, if all of these people that come over to America, that's from Africa or that's from the Caribbean or wherever, right? If they came over here in a positive manner, if they came over here in a respectful manner, do y'all think that we would have a negative thought process on them? Right. No, we wouldn't. That's the reason why, I'm not gonna say that's the reason why, but in the civil rights movement, what a lot of people thought during the civil rights movement, after the Immigration and Nationality Act was passed, people thought that, okay, when these people come over here, they're going to be locked in with us. So now we have more firepower to go against these oppressors. That's what a lot of our ancestors.
Now here the game playing, Shabaka. I've been telling you, we've been trying to be on the same page with your peoples. Now listen to what he says. I said it already. You wasn't listening. Now I hope you can hear it from him.
Nationality Act was passed. People thought that, okay, when these people come over here, they're going to be locked in with us. So now we have more firepower to go against these oppressors. That's what a lot of our ancestors thought. I'm not saying that's why because it's going to be some stupid ass retarded nigga in the comments. That's not why our ancestors was fighting. It wasn't for immigrants. Bitch ass nigga, I didn't say that. Shut the fuck up, corny ass nigga. Facts. Part of the reason as to why was because some of those people thought, okay, when these Africans and Caribbeans come over here, they're going to have our best interest at heart, and now we have more help to go against this white power structure. And the opposite happened. They would get around us and be kiki and ha-ha, but we already know what we didn't know. They didn't know, but what we didn't know was that underlying, they didn't give a fuck about coming together and fighting against nothing. Right. They gave a fuck about just not going back home and sending a couple dollars back to their homeland. You feel me? That was their whole, that's the majority of them whole purpose when they come over here. Wow, dressing like us, talking like us, eating our food, being around us, listening to our music, claiming our culture, like lying and saying DJ Kool Herc created hip hop, which he fucking did it. He was a DJ in New York that had popping parties. He wasn't the father of hip hop, nigga. He just happened to be a popular DJ in New York, right? Claiming that everything we did was actually them, Puerto Ricans and shit, the Latinos too. We need to call them out even more. I really don't like a lot of them motherfuckers. So, that's what was happening. We didn't know that. So in places like New York, places like Houston, places like where a lot of those immigrants would go to, like LA and shit, that's what was happening underlying. We had these people's best interests at heart. Most of us had a positive thought process on these people, but they don't. And it's even worse because you have the ones that come over here and then when they make these anchor babies, they don't instill anything into these fucking anchor babies. And then these anchor babies is even worse. Because now they're further removed from Africa, so they don't have an accent. They don't have they don't have that mentality of like, I'm just trying to come over here to help my people. Nah, they over here like shit, I'm just like you. No, you not like me. Bitch, you completely different from me. I don't know you. I don't give a how you try to act and cosplay as if you could never be us. But it's the disrespect that these people have. You know, we hear a lot of negative talking, and y'all see this shit even with me being a conservative, right? Do y'all know that a lot of these fucking YouTube conservatives that's black that's black, quote unquote, they're not even black American. I just saw a fucking bitch on YouTube the other day.
Nigga, how many times I've been telling motherfuckers that shit? I've been saying that same shit. So all this shit y'all calling me thinking I'm fucking crazy and a motherfucker's losing his marbles and all this other shit. No, this nigga saying the same thing I'm saying. And I could say, and the thing about it, if I was gonna be considered something, I'd rather be considered a conservative more than a liberal. You know? Do I believe in certain liberal things? Yes, I do believe in certain liberal things, but I lean more toward conservative.
Light-skinned bitch. This bitch from Kenya or something. But she's a full-on conservative, and y'all know I'm a conservative too. The problem is not being a conservative. The problem is when you try to be on the Jesse Lee Peterson type of vibe, where you just completely are just destroying your own community for the approval and the appraisal of white people. I don't do that. I call shit how it is. Mm-hmm. Whether you white or black, I call shit how it is. But I don't have I want white people to like my videos so I can get money. I can create a whole channel and shit on black people and get a fucking 100,000 subscribers in a month if I really wanted to. But I don't want to do that because that's not real and that's not what I really truly believe. But that's what a lot of these conservative YouTube channels do. And a lot of the motherfuckers don't be us, nigga. So that be the thing. You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
That be the thing. When they commit crimes, guess what? They up under us. When they do bullshit, guess what? They up under us. The nigga that just shot up the fucking shit in New York, that nigga wasn't he fucking he was African or some shit. He wasn't a black American, is my point. I don't know what the fuck he was. But he wasn't a black American. He was an immigrant. His family came here from somewhere else. But that gets thrown on us.
Facts.
You know what they don't say when they commit a crime? The Haitian did it. The East African did it. The Nigerian did it. They're gonna say the black man did it. And who the only people that was classified as black on paper? Do I even need to say it? Yo, black ass. So I ain't, man. I'm off for that whole. I'm off for all that shit. Them people don't come over here with respect. Do you have a couple? Sure. Do you have a couple? Sure.
We do.
You got a couple. You always gonna have people that's gonna go outside of the outlier, or that's gonna be a part of the outlier. You always gonna have people that's not a part of the majority. But unfortunately, majority rules. And it's too many of you motherfuckers that's disrespectful. So this is the response to it. Eat a dick, put the fucking bush meat in the fucking mosquito bowl salad down, and get the fuck on. Or have some respect. But that have some respect shit is over with at this point. We done drew the line in the sand. So we don't got no more. Me personally, I don't know about y'all. Nigga, I ain't got no more credence for shit. I don't hate all of them. I ain't gonna say I hate. I don't even hate them. My issue be with the tethers. I got a lot more respect for the Africans that's in Africa because they stay down for their people. They hold down their people. If you over here, you an African or Caribbean, you ain't no tether, cool. But nigga, I still got an eye on you because you don't. A lot of y'all don't call y'all people out. If y'all called y'all people out, I wouldn't have no issue with it. I've reacted to a woman that a few days ago, maybe like last week or 2 weeks ago, to this African woman who was calling out other Africans, and she was like, yeah, they got a reason to be upset because y'all come over here disrespectful. If y'all go to that woman TikTok page, it ain't nothing but a bunch of Africans and Caribbeans calling her all type of names for simply just saying the truth. So, I mean, come on, man. What am I supposed to do at this point? What is any black American supposed to do? I ain't with all that goofy shit. Let's keep going, though. I ain't trying to keep talking y'all head off.
Also, the rules seem to change, right? So, again, we talked about what's happening in Ghana, in every other corner of the world from our perspective. And again, we're not scholars in Pan-African affairs. We're not scholars in world affairs. Americans are very American-centric, right? Our media, everything just revolves around us. That's just true. But at least from our perspective, what it seems like is nobody else is being asked to buy into these notions of Pan-Africanism.
Exactly.
And so when these Ghanaians say, we really don't want these Nigerians there, they're free to just do that.
And nobody bats an eye.
We know, or at least we feel very deeply, that if we reverse this, right, if a meaningful number of Americans went to any country and started to have a meaningful presence in government, in business, and getting jobs, there would be no movement of Pan-Africanism. And that would be true universally, right? So if a meaningful number of Jamaicans went to Haiti and started getting a bunch of positions in government, when Haitian people are still struggling, they started getting jobs, there would be no movement of Pan-Africanism. Those Haitians would rise up and say, no, y'all gotta go. If Americans who were best positioned to immigrate went to these countries and started getting, to think about Karine Jean-Pierre, press secretary for Joe Biden, if an American expat
fuck that ugly bitch
got that position in any other country, would everybody be cool? Probably not, right? If a meaningful, get the word meaningful, if a meaningful number of middle class.
And she flipped on the Democrats. That's crazy too.
Americans, because again, poor, uneducated people aren't moving across the world. They're not. They're not even moving across town. As a rule, certainly there are exceptions, but as a rule, if you're immigrating, it's because you have the resources and the means to do it. So educated Americans with resources, relocate, they go to other places, and they start getting jobs, they start getting opportunities, and the local population is still struggling. There's not going to be some movement to rally around to defend these American expats. If you tell me that, you're not being honest. You're just not. So it seems like the rules are just different for us than everyone else, when again, we don't even have anything to offer the world. We just got white jobs. So this makes no sense. It's difficult for us to buy into something we've just not seen, but it looks like the opportunity's there. Why is it not being seized? So if you want us to really buy in, and it sounds wonderful, it does, then let's see it work where it makes sense, where there's opportunity for it to work. Let's come together collectively there, back home, and challenge white dominance. So then it doesn't look like you're just eating off my plate and I'm being asked to sacrifice when you're not being asked to sacrifice. It looks like this is a legitimate movement to challenge white dominance, and I guarantee you we would want to be a part of that.
Yep. I think oh yeah, that's his name right there. That's the guy who made this video. That's him right there. So
shout out to Ant CEO. He's doing his thing, man. Yo, he's out here, yo, doing the numbers, kicking niggas' backs in. Yo, old boy's doing a good job, like a good job, you know? And like now, this is the question right here that I asked you earlier. Did I ask y'all this? I don't think I asked y'all this. Do Black American owes Pan-African solidarity?
All right. Let's see. Let's get non-FBA TJ. All right, let's get non-FBA TJ in the building. What's going on, non-FBA TJ? What's going on with you, man?
I'm all good, man. Obviously calling from the UK. Sending out UK love.
Yes.
Yeah, really disappointed in these Africans, but I love the way you give them that work, man.
Yeah.
We need to stop calling Africa the motherland, because respectfully, we were given up for adoption, yeah? And when you're giving up for adoption, you ain't allowed to give that person a name. You've given yourself FBA as a name. And now that you guys are successful, they want to come back into your life. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep doing what you're doing. All my FBA brothers and sisters, I want to send love from the UK. You got some riders out here. I happen to be one of them. And you know what? These Africans need to fix up, man. Like, just like you say, they're shitting in the streets, man.
Yeah.
Like, clean up your homeland. Yeah? Give us something to want to come to. But you know what? We don't want to visit, bruv.
Hey, yo, Shabak, let me ask you a question. Like, my nigga, how does it feel, my nigga, not to use a real toilet in Africa? Y'all niggas gotta dig holes and shit in the holes and, like, dig the shit, dig the motherfucker. Yo, how does that shit feel, man? I never been that fucking, like, uncivilized, or life never came that.
Like, we don't want to go back there. Like, we've built things for ourselves. You guys have built things for yourself. And it's time for them to step up and build things for them.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Anyway,
Thank you so much. Very good points. He brings up some very good points. Listen, foundational Black Americans, man, we had an ethnogenesis. We had a very distinct ethnogenesis, and we developed into a very unique ethnic group through centuries of shared experience, culture, struggle, resistance, and survival here. So we have a unique identity, forged through slavery, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, civil rights, and beyond. So nobody's going to force me or any of us to abandon our identity that we built through blood, tears, and resilience. Mm-hmm. That's something that I take pride in, that my family and I and us, we survived that. We survived something that no other people even remotely survived. So yeah, I'm going to always pay homage to that, and that's a very distinct thing for our lineage.
Facts, he's right.
Yeah, so yeah, they're not going to shame us like the sister from Cameroon. She was like, we're all African. We all came from Africa. Okay, well, everybody came from Africa. But here's the thing. No African tribe over there is really claiming us as their own. I mean, let's shit. Well, no tribe has claimed us as their own.
Facts.
Yeah. There's no tribes over there that has said, okay, those people over there, they're part of our lineage. Can we get real? Let's talk real.
The truth. He's telling the truth.
All that, we're from here, we're from there, and all that. None of those tribes, how come none of those tribes have said, hey, those are our people specifically? None of those tribes say that. That's why there's so much skepticism on the level of people who came from Africa to North America. We know that a lot of people were brought to the Caribbean and South America. Mm-hmm. It was a very small number brought here to North America. It was a very small number. And none of those tribes say, hey, those are my people. They got all these oral traditions. Notice a lot of them, truth be told, most of those tribes don't know anything about the slave trade. That had to be taught to them. Ain't that interesting? Most of them don't even know about it, or didn't know. That had to be taught to them.
Facts.
They didn't have an oral tradition about it. You understand? So why did they forget? If it was such a vast thing, why did they forget? Why did they have to be taught that?
Facts.
You see? But we're our own ethnic group. We were cut off by force. Yeah, African governments don't stand up for foundational Black Americans.
Facts.
Like I said, when we get harmed, disrespected, marginalized, those African governments don't never say, hey, y'all come on over here if things get hot. Nobody's ever said that.
Nobody.
Not even Ghana. That right to abode thing, they open up the doors for everybody. Yeah. But yeah, there's not been a massive movement over there opening the doors for us now. Let's not play games. There's never been a massive movement. Pan-Africanism, that's been one-sided. That's been us running around there with that.
Oh, yeah.
You see? Come on now. Remember, culture can't be forced. Culture is lived. FBA culture, music, fashion, spirituality, cuisine, resilience, our own vibrant Majara spirit and energy. Y'all can't make us shake that. You're not going to force us to adopt cultures and languages and customs that we didn't grow up with. That's cultural erasure. And then what happens is they try to Africanize us so that whatever we create and whatever we do, they can take claim for it. Just like that musty tether from the UK earlier who called in. We created the drums. Oh, Lord. The music is from us. We created the instruments, nigga. See? That's them trying to take credit for what we've done. And yeah, people, if we get into the DNA, listen, DNA doesn't equal identity. Yes, foundational Black Americans, we have distant DNA links to Africa. Ethnically, that's a different thing. Ethnicity and nationhood, That's not determined by genetics alone. You there? You see? Just like Italians, you don't tell them that they're just European. Italians have a unique culture within Europe culture, within the European lineage. Italians have a distinct culture and ethnicity. Like Japanese, you don't say, well, Japanese people are just Asian. No, they have a unique culture that's different from Chinese, that's different from Korean, that's different from Vietnamese. Even though they're all Asian, they're not just Asian, they have a unique culture. They have a unique ethnicity. Foundational Black Americans, we're not just, quote, Africans in America. We are specific people with a specific origin story. You see? Let's be real. And most Africans, they don't really claim the diaspora unless it's convenient. You dig? If there's some type of celebrity investment, yeah, they'll express interest in us when there's money and global attention involved. Yeah, Stevie Wonder, they brag about giving Stevie Wonder Ghanaian citizenship. Yeah, that was Stevie Wonder throwing a bone to them. That wasn't a gift to us. That Stevie Wonder was doing them a favor. That's why they're running around now. You look at Wikipedia, they call Stevie Wonder Ghanaian American. That man ain't no damn Ghanaian American. Yeah? Come on. So now they're over there in Ghana running around selling that. If Stevie Wonder is a see that's in here, niggas. You see? So yeah, they want us to make them hot. I'm cool. Yeah? They ain't really giving up nothing. We just got to be real. And let's be real. Foundational Black Americans, when like the Somali guy called up, you and I, we were both born here. No. Listen, I'm a foundational Black American. I have a sacred connection to this land. All of my ancestors are buried here. You know, their blood and their bones and the flesh, they're part of this land. They're buried here. They sacrificed here. Their spiritual energy and their essence is here. The Majara spirit is here. So we, foundational Black Americans, we have more of a sacred connection to this land. You know, foundational Black Americans, we built the United States. Our ancestors tilled that soil, fought in every war, endured domestic terrorism, created the culture that America exports to the world. We're spiritually and ancestrally rooted in American soil. That connection is deep. That's earned. Yeah, that can't be replaced or dismissed with a flag or a kente cloth. You see? Like our sister said before, we didn't take an oath to be citizens here. You dig? We never had to take an oath. It was already in us because we were already of the soil. Mm-hmm. We're different. You dig? We are different. This is our land. You see? And when we start talking like that, that really makes the white supremacists nervous. Because, yeah, we ain't talking that Democrat Pan-African talk where reparations is them sending us back, that repatriation, let us go back to the motherland. Y'all know how much of a con game that is? That's a damn finesse from the Democrats and their Pan-African DNC shills. You see? We got to stop going for those finesse games. What's up, Brother McCall? I see you down there, player. All right, y'all raise them hands. Everybody raise them hands, ladies and gentlemen. Let's raise them hands. Let me see who we got in here. Let's get Collins OB. Collins, what's happening, brother? Unmute those microphones, my brother. Collins, unmute your microphone. Uh-oh. Sound like this dude is riding a chicken truck. Brother, Colin, what the hell kind of noise was that?
Hey, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. You all right over there?
Yeah, it's all good here.
Now, where you calling from?
Mike, I'm calling from Ghana.
Ghana. Okay. What's on your mind?
Why do you think Ghanaians don't ride with the African Americans like that? Because we have a lot of them here. They're making a good life. They feel really good. Nobody treats them some way. Why do you think there's a problem? Why do you think we're going to have some friction?
It's not that. No, it's not that. No, slow down. The problem is, I think you guys are cool with us when we're bringing money over there. You see, if we're bringing over a bag, yeah, you cool. That goes into what I said. We have to go over there and literally build up communities. We have to go over there and bring celebrity endorsements. So you guys require us to bring things over there where there's nothing really given. You dig? There's nothing, it's not really reciprocal. You see, we have to go over there with a bag, and I'm kind of uncomfortable with that.
Well, I look at it differently because.
How do you look at it? How do you look at
it? So, I look at it in a Joseph scenario. Okay, so Joseph was sold by his brothers.
Oh, Lord.
He goes to Egypt. He's successful. And then maybe things change. And Joseph is in a position to leverage some help for his brothers. So there's some bad history. We do acknowledge it. But there's possibility for cooperation. And I don't know why you're so insistent on creating division and enmity, because we admire what the Africans have achieved in the diaspora. It wasn't easy. We here are having our struggles. I don't think it's rosy over there. I think you have struggles too. So why not leverage what we both have so we can both do well? Why the division? Why is it necessary?
So what are you leveraging? What are you bringing to the table? What are you giving us tangible as foundational Black Americans? What are we getting?
So we're giving you an outlet. We're giving you an identity. We're giving you a home and a heritage. We're giving you warmth. We're giving you a lot of things that may seem intangible because not everything is about money. You will soon seem to get it.
Wait, you giving us a heritage? No, man, if you go slow down, what heritage are you giving us?
So you asked which tribes, which identities, which cultures, which societies are opening up on this side for the African American diaspora. And I'm saying Ghanaian society is opening up for the Ghanaian African American diaspora.
No, you said y'all giving us a heritage. What heritage are you giving us?
So we're leveraging a shared heritage. So I'll give you an example. So Steve Harvey comes to Ghana, and then he comes to Accra. He tries to learn the language. He tries to identify with the culture. And then it's very encouraging. It's like, okay, I want to understand what's happening here. He's welcome as a brother. Michael Jai White was given kinship or chieftaincy in Ghana when he came. A lot of them have been given positions, some royal positions. Some too come, they make friendships, make connections, they understand what happened 400 years ago. So that's the understanding of what I'm trying to explain.
So this niggas is selling pipe dreams now. You're gonna try to give us your culture after we already have a culture. You know how disingenuous that shit is? It sounds crazy. That's why I was like, yo, what the fuck are we going to Africa for? Why the fuck we want somebody else's lineage? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
Separation.
So basically, wait. So slow down. So basically, we get over there and we get to stand in the slave castle, and y'all tell us why you had the slave castle, and y'all start explaining. Is that the heritage?
Well, not just that, but the point is, it's the beginning. It's a process. It's a beginning to understand what.
How about y'all give some of that gold? How about y'all give us some resources? I don't want. Let me be real. I never wanted to go to Elmina Castle. I've always had a problem with Ghana and that Elmina Castle.
It would change your movement if you did. They will
Sir,
definitely change.
I've had a listen. I've had a problem with that because y'all sat up there and let it go down. Y'all were complicit. I don't want nobody sitting up here splaining with that big ass castle sitting up there, like they were forced to have the castle there and all of that. Oh no, they built it and they took my brothers. No, y'all were
No,
complicit.
no,
Shit
basically they
went
want
bad for
something.
you. It went bad for you, and now you want us to come back and save you. But you ain't offering nothing, telling us you're going to give us a heritage. We already got a heritage, sir. We already have a
We
culture.
understand you have it,
Right.
but it's not perfect for you either. It's difficult on that side as well. It's not heaven, and it's not heaven here either. So my point is, why don't we connect? So you're talking about the gold. We have in Ghana, we have gold. We are number one in Africa, number six in the world. We're just 200,000 square miles, but we are number six behind countries like Russia and China. What the partnership can create is we have mining companies here that investors on that side, they can leverage that investment. They can own, the government will not be resistant to it. They can create the value chain. We will not hold you back from owning it. And then we can create wealth on both ways. It's not like we're asking for handout. Because in the end, having a few visitors come through is nice, but it's not like it's changing Ghana's economy fundamentally.
But no, that's a lot of splaining. Y'all need to give up off that goal. If y'all want to have a reciprocal relationship, give up off some of them resources because y'all require us to bring over a lot of money if we want to utilize the right to abode. And y'all open up the door for everybody to become citizens or have the right to abode. Y'all do it for East Indians, a bunch of Europeans. Y'all gave them the green light, giving them the dual citizenship / right to abode. So it's not for us. It's just anybody come over here and bring some money because the money's a little funny. Y'all got to bring some tangibles to us. I don't want to hear that pie in the sky stuff. You dig? Because we've seen situations where black folks over there getting their land taken. We've heard horror stories over there in Ghana and other West African places. So people are not going to sell us the whole Wakanda dream. We're going to. I like to be very honest. I'm not going to sit here and just cap and give people these idealistic non sequiturs that ain't really popping like that. So people go over there and get caught up. Things is kind of funny style. And there's a lot of horror stories that foundational black Americans have been experiencing over there. So my thing is give up some real tangibles if y'all want to have a real reciprocal relationship. Does that make sense, sir? Oh, Colin, what's up, brother? Okay, he's not all right. Ah, man, okay, I took him down. He wasn't saying nothing. But listen, they see Ghana, they see us as financial assets. Let's just be real.
It's true.
We got access to wealth, Western education, access to capital. So they benefit. They want to see some benefits from that. They want to benefit from tourism. All right. My thing is make it reciprocal. All right. I wouldn't have a problem with that if it was reciprocal. They were really giving us some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghana, they don't have no automatic citizenship or rights for FBAs. You got to go through a whole lengthy immigration process and residency process. Yeah. And then you got to bring a bag. Now, they'll give somebody like Stevie Wonder, yeah, they'll that's good for PR. Hell, even me, if I go over there, they'll give me citizenship. Just because I have a large audience, they'll do that. My thing is, don't treat me one way. You got to treat. I'm like Rick James. If you let me in, you're gonna have to let in the Stone City Band. That's what Rick James is. Rick James was like, you're not gonna let me in Studio 54, and the Stone City Band is out there waiting by the velvet rope. If I go in, they come in. If you give me some cocaine, give some cocaine to the Stone City Band. You dig? That's my thing. Y'all not because I look. People ask me how was I treated in Africa. Lovely. When I go to Africa, they treat me wonderfully. I get so much love in Africa. When I was in Zimbabwe, they were rolling out the red carpet for me. But you know what I was doing? You see, I was like, what about the rest of the FBA family? How come they can't come over here and get this same love? See, that's what I was on. Y'all treating me good, that's fine. Because I'm a public figure and I got a lot of folks listening and watching and all of that. What about some dual citizenship for every FBA? What about them? And then people start getting quiet. So that's what I had a problem with. You're not going to treat me good and then want to shit on the rest of the FBA family. I come with as a package.
He's telling the truth,
I don't.
man. You know, like, I'm gonna say this to everyone. This shit is dead, man. This shit is dead. And the thing about it, and I'm gonna say this, even to Shabaka, y'all made too many mistakes. We let y'all go past. We let y'all pass through a lot of stuff, but y'all made mistakes, man. Y'all made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes where, like, yo, y'all can't fix the shit. You know? I'm gonna be personally honest. The shit's hard. I don't think y'all can fix this. Yes, it takes time and money to go anywhere. Well, Tariq Nasheed been saying that, but at the end of the day, you're so against him that you couldn't even see that. What you're agreeing with, he agrees with you. You know? Like, let me land with the Pan-African shit. That shit is dead. That shit is dead. It's not coming back, and I don't know who would follow that shit. You know? I'm being personally honest. I don't know who would follow it. I would never follow it. We're going to watch this last one, and this is with the white supremacists. It's a 10-minute long, and this
but he's
is
also
wrong.
Going on. Fuentes is right, but he's also wrong. Oh, my goodness. So there is this video of Fuentes going off on Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, and rightfully so, mind you. And that's because recently Candace Owens was on Tucker Carlson's podcast, and they were just having a little party, bruh. A little party ripping Fuentes to shred. Tucker Carlson refers to Fuentes as he's a gay, weird little kid from Chicago in his, mom's basement.
But he is clearly part of a campaign to discredit non-crazy right voices. And Nick Fuentes, this child, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago.
Damn. And if we're going to be honest, there's even a Freudian slip from Nick Fuentes where he's like, he's right.
Tucker Carlson said I'm a weird gay kid in the basement. Yeah, and I'm from Chicago. You're right. What?
Oh,
well, okay, you're not a right.
Hold on. Everybody, like and subscribe and comment on this podcast, and also hit the share button. It helps people come onto the show, and also again, hit the like button. And if you want to donate, I will put the donations on there, definitely. You boys wild.
About all of that.
And I think
to discredit non-crazy right voices. And Nick Fuentes, this child, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago.
Damn. And if we're going to be honest, there's even a Freudian slip from Nick Fuentes where he's like, he's right.
Tucker Carlson said I'm a weird gay kid in the basement. Yeah, and I'm from Chicago. You're right. What? Well, okay, you're not right about all of that.
And I think we all know by now that, Nick Fuentes is a homosexual, or at bare minimum, fighting homosexual tendencies and desires. Because I don't know how many people, are watching trans, adult content on their phone. Like, you're down bad if that's where you're at.
He's out of line, but he's right.
And here's the thing. I got nothing against, hey, whatever you want to do, you got to do it. But I find it interesting, and this is also a reoccurring event, especially within Republicans or hardcore right, where they're always lambasting, oh, gay this, gay that, And then, we come to find out that they're on Grindr, right? We had, not too long ago, where I think it was the either CPAC or a Republican convention or something like that Grindr crashed. Because a lot of these individuals are homosexuals, yet they constantly want to put on this face of, oh, no, I'm with a woman. One such individual I'm thinking of is Tim Scott.
Like Myron Gaines,
Tim Scott, who
nigga.
magically gets married, in hopes of trying to become the...
Like Myron Gaines, nigga. Yo, this nigga been faking the fuck with his girlfriend. And look at this nigga's teeth, nigga. Yo, what's up with all these Republicans' teeth, nigga? Nigga look like he got... Nigga look like he got dentures that's about to fall out, man. What the fuck is going on with y'all people, man? Yo. Y'all niggas can't get regular teeth, bro? What's going on? Tariq is trying to lead you real fast. Niggas is getting money out here, Shabaka, man. Niggas is helping. Nigga, I'm getting money out here where niggas is helping their community, bro. I work hard, bro. I bring home at least a good, 80, 90,000 a year, bro. So it's just, I definitely, I'm trying to get up there, bro. It took me a hard chance of getting that 80, 90. And I'm gonna be personally honest, that shit ain't easy to get. I had to start off with 30, 40,000. I had to work hard to get that shit, 80, 90,000, bro. And I do shit on the side, and the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna tell everybody off the rip, man, like, yo, y'all think it's easy to get money out here? Nah, that's a negative, my nigga. You always gotta put your heart, blood, sweat, and tears into shit. It's always gonna be like that. So, and I always tell people, salute, nigga, I'm gonna be personally honest, salute the niggas who is actually, give me a second. Give me a second, everyone.